Right, it says we're on YouTube.
Wow.
Or at least it says it's setting it up.
Mine says now streaming live. Yours is probably.
Yep. Cool. What's up, guys? We're live on YouTube here for the Adrenaline Party stream. This is our first time doing this. Oh, and look at that. We got the Possessed series. I got holes in my chest. So we're here with a lot of our race directors here. Race directors for Insomniac virtual series. We've got Scout and Noah in the house. How you guys doing?
Super, super.
Doing good.
Our TikTok, we're blessed to have TikTok famous person here. Jubes, how we doing?
How you guys doing?
Are you TikTok famous? I didn't know that.
I mean, I have over 200 followers right now, so.
What's your name? Is it a handle? What do you call that on TikTok?
Are you gonna follow me?
I have downloaded the app. It's official.
That's great.
We're
Great.
doomed. We're doomed.
I'm really proud of you, and I welcome you to the community, my man.
You know,
That's great.
I mean, one thing I do enjoy about TikTok, not to get on a rant right away on this, but is you download it and you can immediately watch videos. Like I don't have to like sign in and like be all like, you just watch videos. And I love that. That's great.
That's
it's
great.
Like, be like an anonymous troll on TikTok, you know?
And there are so many.
It's
It's like user 49077777241 liked your video. I'm like, great.
Yeah, I don't know if I can like videos not signed in. I think I might have tried that and they're like, sign in. And I was like, never mind. Okay.
But you are signed in now. Like you're.
No.
Oh.
But I'm on it. I have the app and I can watch videos.
He's just a voyeur. That's it.
Exactly.
True voyeur. TikTok voyeur. That should be your new little.
Do you laugh? Do you get a kick out of it, Noah? Have you found any funny stuff yet?
Oh yeah. Yeah. I saw a couple that are like, there was one about like delivering packages. I don't know if you guys saw this one.
Oh yeah, the FedEx, UPS, USPS.
Oh my God. I laughed at that thing so many times. Yeah, the
That's real
FedEx.
good.
He walks over, kicks the packages, knocks over the plant as he walks away. It's so funny.
That's good.
That one was hilarious. Yeah, there's been a couple that have been really funny. Oh, what I don't like, and this is just my like, I need instant reaction, is when you say, like, watch for part 2. It's like, all right, well, forget that.
Well, then you have to go and deep dive into their profile to find that video, and then.
Yeah, and there's one. This guy
got me.
He's sitting in a bucket of Coca-Cola, and he drops a whole bag of Mentos in, and right before it hits, he splits away, and it's like, oh, man, I would love to see that, but I'm not looking for you, you know?
Yeah.
Does it like go to part? It says part 2 coming.
Yeah, just like you know, like hey, you have to go check me out to see this, you know, or follow me, or I don't know how it works.
Like for part 2, and then like they got me.
It's like having
I fall for it every time.
Paper article on like page 17. You're like, oh, I guess I'm done. Anyway, Scout, where you at on the run?
What did you say?
I said, where are you at with your run?
Oh man, there's so many people up here. It's the trails are full of side by sides, so I had to cut things a little bit short. But I did 22 miles yesterday.
Cool. Very nice.
Yeah, and I mean like 22 miles at 7,200 feet, and a lot of it very like original, like OG Zane Grey course style, where it's just like the true rim, like it's the Muggy-own rim, like it's just there are rocks everywhere, and if you are not stepping on a rock, then you're stepping in a hole. And it was great. I had a blast. Like it was a beautiful day. It was super windy, but when I finally got onto like roads and trails that don't allow any vehicle access, it was awesome, because I saw 3 people the whole time, and 2 of those people I saw 3 times because I think they were very directionally challenged. But but they eventually made it to the lake because I saw them when I was leaving the lake. I was like, oh, you made it. Because they had asked me how to get there. And I was like, you just go right. Like, so anyways.
That's from Forest Lakes area?
I ran from Forest Lakes out to like an out and back that's like a dead end towards like the bottom end of what basically is like the tail end of like Chevelon Canyon. And you run out to like this ridge and then it's just like massive drop, and then ran back in and then along like some trails and bike trails to Willow Springs Lake. And then there's a trail that goes like all the way along the edge of Willow Springs Lake that I ran, and then connected to Old Rim Road, like the original Jeep road up here, and then got that back and then connected to some Forest Service roads and then some Forest Service trails to get back to where I was. So it's a good loop. It's just like I said, like when there's a lot of people up here with ATVs and side-by-sides, it just gets really busy and they're not necessarily looking for you, and it just kicks up a ton of dust, and then I can't breathe. So it is what it is. Like I got what I could done, and I'll probably run more tomorrow, but we'll see.
Cool.
Noah, what about you? Are you running? Are you doing this thing?
I put in 11 miles this week.
Great.
Pretty good.
Really impressed.
Yeah. That's good. Actually, that's the most I've run since the Air Viper Strong. So.
I mean, 11 miles and TikTok. I mean, I think you're thriving right now.
See?
Yeah.
Yeah. You running?
Me? No, I'm rowing.
Oh, cool.
Nice.
Cool.
Yeah. So we got a row machine out here. So I do that every
Because
morning.
you're hitting Scottsdale Town Lake, or?
Absolutely not. It's the amount of people outside, like on that path, like it's probably less than a mile from here. And I usually run, and then it's a big 4-mile loop. And I can't do it because there's so many people.
It is crazy, yeah.
I'm just living through my virtual self here. We have the adrenaline course preview. So I just can watch myself over here.
There you go.
What it's like.
I also think that you are living your dream right now, is you get to run with yourself, Jamal.
It's great. Just so great.
Really nice.
For the 3 people in the chat room right now, welcome. We've got Peyton, Chad, and Rage Against the Foundation. How are you guys doing? Thanks for joining us. If you guys do have questions or want to tell us about your adrenaline Insomniac experience, let us know. We have a bit of a format tonight, so it's going to be fun. We're going to be, going through some things. We definitely are going to take a look at some of our what things people have posted here in a little bit. What do we want to go into first, Jubilee? Are we just doing the check-in still right now, and then are we going to move into that next? Should I work on pulling that up?
Yeah, I mean, we can go into maybe the social and take a look at IG and see everybody's post and what they've been doing this week, and talk to our RDs to see maybe what their favorite stories are from this week.
Would you guys want to just maybe recap first off, maybe for people that are just tuning in or don't know much about what Insomniac is, like what is the history of it, and like why are we doing it like this? If you guys want to take a turn and just talk about your experience with Insomniac over the years.
Yeah, you want to go?
Oh, go for it, Noah.
Okay. Yeah, adrenaline is a lot of fun. So specific to adrenaline, that was my first year was 2017, which would have been May 2017. And the cool thing about adrenaline for us is it's the second night race. So people are kind of starting to get ramped up, and it starts to get hot in the valley. So it's usually like in the high 90s, maybe 100, but it cools off still. So May, like I'm picturing you running in that, Jamil, where it's actually like the sun's going down and the breeze is nice, and people are like, this is actually really enjoyable. You can actually kind of enjoy yourself running in the desert. Or some of the later in the year hypnosis and stuff, it's like it just never breaks. But adrenaline, and people hang out, and it's like a really cool community at the turnaround point at our headquarters. and the beer garden's usually got a lot of people hanging out and people just outside of the beer garden cheering people on. So this race specifically, and I think we've all seen that the McDowells in general draw probably the largest crowd out of the regional parks for whatever reason. I don't know exactly why, but maybe it's this single track that you're running on right now has a lot of that. So yeah, I think this one's really a lot of fun. So I'll just keep it at adrenaline. I don't want to talk about all of them. We got to save some.
Yeah. Cool. What about you, Scout? Anything that sticks out for your experience with the Insomniac series in general, or Adrenaline itself?
Yeah, I mean, Adrenaline's just, like Noah was saying, it's just the course itself is awesome. I was trying to figure out the first year that I ran Adrenaline, I think was 2015 or something. I don't remember. And I know that it was before I was living out of town, and I happened to be in town when it was happening. And I was like, oh yeah, definitely hitting that one up. Just because it's such a great course. But there's nothing more like when your race is timed, if you're doing one of the loops that you end up coming up on scenic, like right when the sun's starting to set.
We'll leave it at that.
I mean, you've just got these like 360-degree views of, like, what's that?
Go ahead.
I don't know. I may have. Sorry, I'm in the woods, so my Wi-Fi may not be the best. But yeah, I mean, it's just like it's gorgeous up there. And so far as just this week in general, it's been pretty rad with the Strava club that we made to see like the cumulative. Like we're at over 5,000 miles, like cumulative for that club. Like for everybody that signed up to be in it, and that's combining both running and cycling miles, which is rad to see because that's also some people are doing the double down, some people are just doing the bike. So that's been cool. I'm glad that we created that as a way to still feel connected because, I know what all of us really miss is that, being able to cheer everybody on and being able to like be so stoked if you're coming in from one loop and getting ready to go out for another and just like keeping you amped and keeping you like just excited about the experience. And it's felt like it's been a nice bridge to still feel like you can do that and like, giving those like thumbs up and whatever and seeing people being like, I just did my first ultra, or this is the first time I ran at night and stuff like that. So it's cool to still see those things happening because that's really what the whole series is all about, right? It's like finding a way to like comfortably push you outside of your comfort zone and just like, push yourself. So I'm stoked that so many people showed up and are participating from all over the place too. That's the other thing. Like again, like I saw a guy from the Netherlands and there's people in Ohio and I mean it's just like all over the map, literally.
Yeah, we had that woman post the picture of a koala bear she saw in Australia. That was pretty cool.
So cool.
Yeah, the like night eyes glowing.
Yeah.
It was pretty rad.
It was really cool. How many people?
That was a sweet thing about this, like having the virtual for Insomniac, because like all these everyone else gets to now participate. That because this one like mostly is locals. I feel like for most of the night runs is people that are in Phoenix, so it's kind of cool to see. And for those of you guys tuning in, maybe just tuning in right now, we do have actual course footage right there from the 15K. And for participants, you guys can get access to that entire. It's like an hour and 25 minutes of seeing the entire loop. It's kind of cool. Were you gonna say something else there, Noah?
I don't remember exactly, but the scenic loop is true. Like that is something people always mark about when they climb up because that's usually the shorter distances. So some of the 50K runners have already made it around because it's been like 45 minutes to an hour and they can see them from up top and then the headlights start to kind of like create the train. And it's a really cool thing for people to see. And that's like a perfect size climb, It's a good, like, it'll make your heart rate go up. But by the time you get to the top, you're like, okay, I'm here, and now you can follow the ridge line across the top and then down the rest of the way. So it's a really great course. It's a lot of fun. It's like good desert running, good introduction,
Yeah, and just like Scott was saying, we also we have the mountain bike races that launched last year. Got to give a quick shout out, Fountain Hills Bikes. They actually have a group of 10 riders out there on trail tonight. They're doing a 3-hour ride, which is pretty cool. So I delivered all their packet this afternoon up to the
Very
shop. It's kind of sweet.
Cool.
But yeah, it's cool to see. We got people doing 3, 6 hours and up to 100 miles. Awesome. We have a special guest that's joining us. Looks like he's about to admit him here. We got Patrick Reagan in the house.
Whoa.
Let him in.
Hey.
It's like, where is he?
Wait a minute.
We got a
There
window.
he is.
Pat,
Welcome.
Can you hear us? He doesn't look like he can hear us.
He'll get there.
Looks like we got quite a few more people in the chat room right now too. We got some people that went and got some pizza yesterday. They went and got some Huss beer, and some people have literally just getting ready to head out. So this would have been the actual night of the race. So David Hartman, he's getting ready to head out for his first night run ever. Sounds like.
Awesome.
Very
Pretty
cool.
cool.
nice.
Patrick, can you hear us?
Hey, I hear y'all. How's it going?
Hey.
Good. How are you?
Good. Hello, everybody. Hey, Scout. Hey, Noah.
How you doing?
Good. How are you guys?
Hey.
Doing great. Yeah, Pat, he reached out to me earlier this week, just checking in on us, and I figure why not have him join us for the live stream tonight. Especially, it's kind of in honor of Javelina. We're on the Adrenaline Race, which is one that we normally put on. Happens out on some of those same trails and right out at the same staging area. So as you can see on your screen, we've got a little bit of a course preview happening as we go. And
Yeah, pretty awesome. I think I see some long-haired fool out there.
yeah, I don't know who this guy is.
Pemberton. I brought my Javelina hat for the
Yeah.
event here, and got my,
got your-
my mug. Can't
You
go
got
wrong with it.
your Javelina tattoo there, Pat?
I've got my tattoo.
That's what's up.
I think all the good shots of me getting that done are with you, Jubes, in your Pope outfit.
Sunday Pope.
I'm telling you, that's the way to go out, you know? Dress up as a Pope. Yes.
That's right. Noah, loving the background there, looking
Yeah.
pretty rad behind you.
It's a good
Very
season
fancy.
for the Northern Lights. So
How's everybody been out west? You guys been pretty good?
doing good. We're healthy, right? I think that's
Yeah.
all we can say. Crazy time. Where are you at right now? Where are you in quarantine?
Yeah, Savannah, Georgia. So me and my wife hanging out down here, and yeah, just spending time, enjoying it.
And you guys opened up a little before us, right? Georgia in general.
Yeah, I think Georgia opened up more before anybody, basically. You know, our governor was like pretty aggressive about it, but we've been basically just abiding by like the same restrictions you guys have, just staying safe. So
Nice.
Yeah.
You been getting out to paddle much in the bayou?
yeah, Scout, I go out like every like Tuesday, or sometimes we go out on Sundays and go paddling for like maybe 2 or 3 hours, you know, just to mix it up, kind of take a day off of training. And we've been checking out like all the local, you know, rivers and just really small offshoots and streams of the intercoastal waterway. So we've been really enjoying it. I got a kayak like maybe 2 years ago, but I think I've used it more in the last like 3 months than I had in the previous 2 years. So
Nice.
yeah.
All right, so the next section of our live stream, we're going to go through a social spotlight. So we're going to check out some of our favorite stories and posts from the week. Actually, we don't know that they're our favorite yet because we haven't looked at them yet. So we're all going to go through this together and just kind of commentate. But I'm going to share my screen here. We're going to pull up Instagram. So, and you guys who are tuning in, you can add in your stories. So I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, anyone. Any of our RDs, but it should be hashtag Aravipa Insomniac. Is that correct?
Yes. Yeah.
So I'm going to pull that up right now. We're going to take a look and see what people have been up to.
You had a second one too, I think, Scout, right?
There was a second one that I've been seeing, which is adrenaline virtual
Yeah.
runs, I believe.
Okay, we'll check out that one maybe once we take a break. So looks like we got people. This is from about a week ago. This is Graham getting ready for, he's just sharing his stoke for it. Here's some of the goodies that we've passed out. If you guys are in the race, you of course know what all this looks like. This was shared from Running with Bunnies. Let's see, they say they are doing the 25K. And that's kind of the cool thing. You can choose which distance you want to do. We got another unboxing experience here from Bear Grizz. Let's see. So a lot of swag and packs. Oh, this one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was so cool.
Whoa.
Have you
The thing
guys
that
seen
was-
her second one? Have you
No.
seen her second one? Oh,
It
That's
finished?
so good.
so much talent. So this
Yeah,
was a 50K. And then, yes. So look at Jess's profile. And she just posted one, I think, either today. And it
Whoa.
This one, Baby
That's
Shark.
Wow.
bad.
Whoa.
Baby Shark. So she did
That's
a
so
25K
awesome.
here.
Wow. That-
Right?
The thing I have to say, yeah, like I noticed where it was, and I know that, like I know exactly where she's running and everything, and so I was not shocked to see the vertical gain that she had, like on the first one, because like there are slightly flat ways to run, like on the wiggle and stuff in San Francisco, and she did not choose those ways. Like it's awesome. Like she's up by, I don't know, some great climbs in that run for sure.
And
Wow, that's-
2,700 feet of climb there for
Yeah.
20 miles. That's legit in town.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
That's
so
really
much
cool.
gain.
Cool.
That's more gain than I've seen this month on my regular loop around Savannah. Not that we're known for our vert, but
All right, let's see what else we got here. Looks like we got 25K finisher here in Brooklyn and Queens.
Yes.
awesome.
And
That's
yeah, a lot of
scary.
people are doing the Dawnbreaker, so they're running with us all week long, which has been pretty cool to see. That's something new. You know, normally the Insomniacs, they max out at around a 50K, and we decided to combine them all. So it's been kind of fun to see people doing that.
Yeah, that one that
good.
you just pulled was double A Aaron from our staff.
That was Aaron right there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, there he is. I didn't figure. Yeah, I didn't see that was his
Oh.
name. He's also doing the ride as well. I saw he did the 3-hour ride, I believe.
Yeah.
That's cool.
That connection. He did the 50K today, right? Or something? Or yesterday?
Yeah, he was doing the 50K was all he had left to do today.
Nice. Rich Myers.
Spook Hill, is that local?
He is local, but I don't know. 86th place, it says. I don't know.
So we've got some people sharing their medals. And just a heart and a snake. That's cool.
Nice.
Looks like a nice place to run.
Ooh, pretty.
Oh, cool.
Let's see what else. This was also from Jay Runs Far, who made the other art, doing the Dawnbreaker. We do have a question in the chat. I bought the series pass. Does the package come with all the medals? So that's going to be shipped out in 2 different packages. So the first set of the first
No.
3 pieces should come. Oh, do you want to answer that, Scout?
Oh no, I mean it's just sure I can answer it. Part of why we decided to send it out in 2 separate shipments is because like we want to maintain that excitement and that stoke. And so instead of sending you like 6 races worth of stuff like all right in one go and then have it potentially like start collecting dust in the corner and maybe you lose like that motivation. This is our way of kind of like sending that secondary push when it's like halfway through the summer. It's like, oh, hey, remember you signed up for this thing? Like we're still here. We're still cheering for you, and give you that second set of swag. So it's on its way, but that was the idea behind it.
Yeah, I think the second set will probably go out sometime before the 4th race. So I think more like, what is that?
July.
Late July. Yeah, probably late July, early August. So yeah, we got some more runners here. Looks like doing the whole series here, running with gratitude. Pretty cool. Looks like you got a couple pictures here, getting out there.
Pretty.
So pretty.
And yeah, it's kind of good thing we had it this week here in Phoenix. It's getting hot next week.
Oh,
It's gonna be like 109, I think. You hot and
Ooh.
humid there in Georgia?
Yeah, hot and humid in Georgia, but not 109. You know, we've had more like 90 or
Really?
high 80s, low 90s. Yeah. I guess to a degree, it kind of feels like that temperature, though, you know?
That's
Ooh,
hot for you guys
we've
right
got
now.
a guest.
So we got X-Plant Runner from Miami here, completing most of them. This was 2 days ago, but going for the Dawnbreaker, 106K.
It's a cool photo.
Oh, see, here's Aaron. So this is kind of like looking back at his week. So day 3, race 4, did the 25K. So he's posting all of his different runs there.
He's crushing it.
Hey, this is kind of cool. Oh,
Yeah,
had a
the funny
Bobcat
thing-
running.
What's that?
It says they had a Bobcat running.
Whoa.
Hey, did you see the name of that?
We've got a house cat running.
Did you see the name of that?
That's what I was just saying. Lone cat.
Lone Cactus
There we go.
LP.
Yeah.
Last person.
Yep. We got to find out where is this? Tucson? Yeah, probably. We got to find that. It's awesome. Let's see.
Is that a domestic bobcat you've got there, Pat?
Yeah, domestic bobcat run in here. Anytime I'm at the computer, he just wants to be on the shoulder, you know? Little
So
shoulder cat action.
here we've got one of our Dawnbreakers that decided, hey, you know what? I'm not going to break this up over the course of the week. I'm just going to go for it all in one go. So
Awesome.
looks like
That's awesome.
Neil here did 106K in just under 12 hours.
Wow.
Wow.
Nice.
It's a great time.
Nice. We got some more people here showing off their goodies. Looks like he also might have done it in one go as well. Possibly.
Awesome.
Yeah, there we go. Well, look at that, 66 miles. So he went for
Hey.
it. Very cool. This is sweet. Let's see, what else do we got here? Oh, maybe we got a video. Oh, this is double A. This is Aaron here. This is from his bike ride. So yeah, like we were saying earlier, we've got people out riding their bikes as well.
One fun ride with me in Phoenix tonight. Time to double down.
Oh, he's riding right there. Nice.
Yeah, he's doing his double down.
That's awesome.
Get a helmet on, Aaron.
Calling him out. He did a 3-hour ride there. Yeah, 35 miles, cruising along the canal, I guess.
Very nice.
Cool.
Some more swag shots here. Pretty cool. And yeah, you can see all the kind of stuff you're getting. The Dawnbreaker buckle for those doing the 106K. We've showed you guys the baby shark already. We had Tula in the desert here. First 10K on a trail loop at Goldwater Lake in Prescott. Thanks for sharing that.
Looks nice.
Nice.
Oh, got a little video here. Nice.
Where's the app?
Miami?
Miami.
Nice.
Loving the buckle.
Yeah, and it's really glittery too. Let's see. We got a story here. Double marathon from that Zog. Let's see, trying to get a sense of this one. Thanking all kinds of the products he's using. $52 miles in 10 hours. Looks like he's did at least part of it. There we go. That's a straight shot right there.
Whoa.
Nice. This looks kind of creepy. Down, one more to go. I guess found a bunch of license plates in the desert.
Wow.
Pretty cool.
Never know what you're gonna find out there in the dark. Oh, look, we got Aaron here. Which one is this? He did this 50K.
Cool.
And he says here, by the time I complete the whole Insomniac series, I'll have completed all 300 miles of the Maricopa Trail. So that's kind of cool. He's gonna incorporate
Awesome.
300-mile trail that loops around Phoenix.
Super cool.
Yeah, as we scroll through here, we can see people are kind of getting out everywhere. We got some more interesting night shots here.
Cool.
Sweet. They're all people heading out before and after.
Yay.
I was tired. Oh, Cocktail.
Very nice.
There's the
There you
dance
go.
going.
Yes. Yeah. That's awesome.
Looks like you got a self-supported PR going on. People sharing their runs. And snake sightings. Cool. So if you guys are out there tonight, be sure to tag us and we'll pull it up. We're going to go back to our lovely panel here. Looks like our course preview, it's getting darker and darker over there.
It's getting darker and darker over here.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
got some lights.
Right.
I just wish I came with a cool background here, you know, got some paintings in the room, but that's about it. I should have maybe brought some of my wife's paintings a little closer there.
There you go. It
Still
could have been
time.
an art. It could have been an art show and Zoom meeting.
Could have been. Yeah, I might get some flack though.
So Patrick, did you have any races canceled during this time that you were scheduled for?
Yeah, pretty tough. I mean, you know, Western states, everyone is well aware of states being canceled. And then in the fall, I had the 100K World Championships I was going to do in the Netherlands canceled as well. And I was going to do Lake Sonoma. So yeah, 3 in a row, but it's okay. You know, like everyone else, just weathering the storm and, you know, finding creative ways to stay motivated. But it's been fun to, you know, get creative in that way, but also a really challenging time like everyone else. So.
Have you seen your miles dip as a result? Like, did you have a time where you're like, okay, I don't need to run as many miles, or are you still going hard?
Yeah, I'm trying to be smart about, you know, allotting most of the training for the later summer into the fall, you know, as we know just more about the whole situation. But at the same time, you know, last weekend I did a big 35-mile run. So this week I'm kind of laying low and just relaxing, wanted to kind of see like where I was at, you know, in the build to the next goal. Who knows what the next goal will be, but you know, building towards it nonetheless. So, but yeah, a lot more moderate volume throughout the year. That's been kind of fun to experiment with some volumes I haven't in a while and different types of intensity.
Yeah, a little more freedom, right? Like you're not ramping up for something specific.
Yeah, oftentimes I feel like I'm always rushing from race to race like most people, but it's you know, quite nice to have a little bit of a different rhythm, like even though it's a challenging time.
And you said it was like 90 degrees in Savannah. Is that normal right now, or is that hot? Like
That's pretty normal. We've had a mild spring, but you know, mostly 80s, high 70s. Oftentimes we hit like 90s in early April, but a little bit more moderate than usual. Today didn't feel particularly moderate though, you know. Once the humidity starts kicking, then it's just, you know, 80 here kind of feels like maybe 95 out, you know, in McDowell or something like that. So just
nights
different.
Cooling off though, right? Nights
Yeah.
cooling off. Yeah.
Yeah, nights are nice and cool. We were reading on the porch tonight and just kicking back and enjoying the evening, you know, really nice sunset here by our house because we face directly south. So we can kind of, you know, peer to the west there.
Cool.
Nice.
Yeah. How about you all, Scout? Where are you sheltering?
I've been mostly in the valley, but right now I'm up on the Mogollon Rim. I'm in northeastern Arizona with my family. So it's either here or Goodyear, Arizona. So one is cool and surrounded by pine trees, and the other is hot and surrounded by concrete. And so, you know, just have to be wherever I need to be making it work. So it was really nice to be here where it's cooler and actually could like, I didn't have to be like, oh, well, it's already 7 a.m. I maybe have another hour window of running before it's too hot. Now I was like, well, I'm going to start my run at 9 a.m., which is just bananas to even think about right now. So it's been pretty great.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's great.
And you all have been pumping out the awesome medals and all sorts of great stuff through Air Viper Artworks, right? I've been kind of trying to follow that along and see how the series has been progressing.
Yeah, for sure. It's been crazy with all that, trying to produce all this. We've had, good turnouts for all the events. So it's been great to see that. Trying to keep up with and get it shipped out. So it's good.
Awesome.
Jubilee, do we have a game of some sorts to share? What do you got for us? TikTok challenge? What do you have?
So I do. If you guys want to play along, basically we have a dance off. So we have, 5 people in the chat room right now. So basically the rule is my last move is your first move.
Ooh.
And I do 2 moves. So I do something and then I do another something. And then I pass it off to whoever and we can like figure out the order. But my last move is your first move. And then we do that until there are no people. And if you lose, you drink.
Okay.
Are we drinking?
I don't, are you guys not drinking?
I've got some stuff here.
Oh.
So you do 2 moves, but then the next person does 2 moves on top of your 2 moves, and then up and up and up and up.
Right. And the only rule is my last move is your first move. And then you add a move, and then somebody else behind you takes that move, and you build.
Oh,
Do you guys
okay.
want to play?
Okay.
Patrick's like, game on, let's do this.
Game on. I wish I would have wore pants to the party,
Yeah, right?
but yeah. So these are like seated dance moves, right? No, I'm just kidding.
I think everybody's at a seated dance move. I think that's okay.
Yeah.
That's okay.
I have no.
But
I'm standing up.
do you guys want to do? I'll go first, and then I'll pass it to Scout, and Scout you pass it to Pat, and Pat you pass it to Noah, and Jam, and then to Jam, and then to me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Two of our own and one of yours. 2 of our own and one of everybody's.
Ish.
Oh no, it would be 2 of every. It would be. So if you go 4th, you would have to do like 10 moves, right?
Oh, okay.
No.
Okay.
No,
Oh, no.
it's only 2 moves. You only do 2
Oh.
moves,
Oh. Okay.
and you just repeat the person's last
Last
move.
move.
Okay.
Yes.
Got you. Yep.
That's easier. Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay. You guys want me to play the music?
Yes.
I think I'm still connected, but we're gonna find out.
Otherwise, we might have music on the adrenaline course. I could unmute, possibly. I'm not sure.
I know,
Yeah,
I
we
got
have the there's a party stream playlist too.
You can also-
Can you guys hear that?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You can hear it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's gonna go dun dun dun. So you do it to the beat, right? So you go. And then Scout would go next, and he would take my last move, and then something like that. You guys get it?
Yeah.
Oh god. Neighbors are gonna hate me for the next like 2 minutes.
Oh, this only
Here we
lasts
go.
2 minutes? Okay.
I mean, I don't know. It'll last as long as you want us to last. Ready? You ready?
Yep.
Fast. Scout.
Was this your last one?
Yes!
Okay.
But immediately after I go, you have to go. And then Pat.
That was it.
Okay. What was the last one? One more, Scout. Sorry. Okay. 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 So it's that one first.
It should have been.
Jam?
Me, right?
Yeah, Noah.
And then goes Noah.
No.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Top, bottom.
Yeah. Close enough. Ooh. Nice.
Okay, it's like I know.
Sprinkler. Wait, what was your last one?
It was below.
Yeah.
Ooh. Okay. Okay. So we'll start with. You gotta like go out and then come back in. I'm on wheels, so that one's a little tougher. I hope you're on wheels, man.
I'm backing up. Do it again. Is it straight back and then out?
There you go.
Okay, we're gonna do one more round.
Ooh. Okay.
Is it? Okay.
Ooh, here we go.
All right, guys. And then just, what's your last move? Everybody pick the last move. You guys are hilarious.
That's what we needed. It was a good old
We're
fashioned
asking for what
dance
that
party
song
there.
was.
Good.
Kind of nice having the music in the background. I don't know if it'd be too distracting or if that would mess up the Zoom or not.
I can put it on in the background.
I don't know if that would like, I don't know how it works.
Someone said it was Calabria 2007, I guess.
2000. Yes. Yep.
It's 2007. Yeah, it's reggaeton.
Someone
Classics.
commented, older song, but catchy. Catchy tune.
Thank you. Okay.
Now what? That was like a letdown. That was fun. Thanks for that, Jubilee.
Yeah. Well,
You
Are you
guys did
guys-
great.
Are you guys enjoying any beverages tonight? I do have to shout out our virtual beer garden. So
yes, definitely.
Us Brewing, when we got a shout out, we have right here, this is the Papago Desert Sage Orange IPA. The predecessor to this was the Hoppy Javelina. This is a beer that we collabed with them on. So if you see on the back, you see that? It does have the Aravaipa logo. You can kind of see it. Anyways, it does say on here, an IPA inspired by the Aravaipa Trail Runners at McDowell Mountain, which is where Adrenaline takes place, locally brewed with freshly squeezed orange zest, a hint of sage, and agave to represent flavors and smells of the desert. So this is what I'm going to be cracking into. But for those of you who are entered in Adrenaline or any of our other Insomniac races, a quick shout out to Huss. You can go to either location and you can show them your bib and you'll get a deal on beer. You can take it away or you can drink. I think their tap houses are open again for limited capacity seating, and a portion of each sale will go to the Maricopa Trail and Parks Foundation. So we are still doing a charity beer garden for the Insomniac series. You guys who are local can take advantage of that extra perk, which is pretty cool. But I'm gonna crack mine open right now, because why not?
Yeah, Huss has been
yeah.
amazing, man.
Oh, it just exploded. This is awesome.
Okay, Jubilee, what do you got?
Secrets.
Ooh.
So,
All right,
Rose.
I'm gonna have to go get a nice little beverage. I'll be right back.
So
It's
Rose.
the celebration of the week, right? Like all of our achievements. I mean, I didn't run this week, but you know,
I did not.
all of the participants.
Yeah, we're
What do
celebrating.
you got, Noah?
I'm actually drinking a Dos Equis right now.
Oh my.
Oh
We,
yeah.
Yeah, my neighbor, or like a couple blocks down, rented a 16-foot water slide for the kids. So I just came back from there right now, and he's like, "You need a beer for the road." I was like, "I'm not on the road, but I'll take it."
I mean, it is Memorial Weekend, you know. It seems
Right.
appropriate.
Just take time, you know. Scout,
I've
what you got?
It's not Huss, but it is a local Crush Craft. You see it? This is a Tempe cider. It's a hop
Okay.
cider.
What's the who puts it on? Who does it? Or is
What's
Crush
that?
Craft the name of it?
Yeah, Crushcraft is the name. Crushcraft Cider Company. They're out of Tempe.
Got it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had my first Corona seltzer this week too at somebody's. I've never had those. It wasn't very good. If you're wondering. Yes,
Is that just their version of a White Claw?
basically? Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah.
What do you have something from Parrish there, Pat?
Ooh, I've got a prairie
Ooh, nice.
picnic.
Yeah,
Have you guys had this? It's an Oklahoma
nice.
company.
I never
Yeah.
I've
had
been
that.
drinking mostly local beers, but our growler, I'm not actually sure what's in it. It's like some weird salted caramel gose, which isn't really what you'd expect. Like it's like barely gose. It tastes like a little bit more like a farmhouse ale, like with less sour to it. But I really like this beer too. It's Prairie.
Prairie's really good. Yeah.
They're super good. You guys get them out that way too, right?
Yeah.
I'm not really sure like how we get such a like high stock of this here. Like there just must be a few of our beverage shop suppliers that like have a connection with Prairie, because it just seems like they're always like, you know, very quaint little stickers on the cans and stuff, but it's really good.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Savannah's a cool town. I imagine they have good beer system there. Good beer
Yeah,
system.
we have 4 or 5 breweries right now that are functioning, and a couple that are like also doing like smaller offshoot, small batch type stuff. So it's a cool town.
Are those open for like dine in, or can you like have beers at the bar there at the breweries, or no?
I'm trying to think if like I haven't been going to bars, but like a lot of restaurants are open back up now, and most bars are, you know, limited capacity of some sort.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I guess that's similar to here. Like some of them they've been okay to open, but they're not even, because they're just like, we don't want to open at 25% and then try to deal with that. So we're on it.
Are you stargazing over there, Jubes? I see your telescope there in the background.
Yeah, and at the moment it's actually pointed right up at our ceiling.
Ooh.
So we're getting some good stuff over here. It's been really fascinating.
You doing urban time lapses like this is what light pollution looks like, or what?
No, we don't have that kind of view.
Yeah, you should have that, Scout, up there, man. Try to get some insane stars.
Yeah, we have a telescope up here, and yeah, it's fun to pull, and especially during like meteor showers and stuff, it's pretty great. But yeah, the only thing that gets in the way here is the trees, which is a good problem to have.
I agree. What else we got? Anybody else running tonight you guys know of?
Other than Nick Curry out on the trail there, he's booking it. Some people in the comments were saying that guy is crushing it right now. So we got a live view. No, it's actually not. It's not live, although we're pretending it's live. This is giving us the experience of adrenaline while I know there are people out there right now that are on the trail. For sure there's some mountain bikers tonight, like we were talking about earlier, that are out cruising around, but yeah. Hopefully if we have some in-person races later in the summer, we'll have a live feed from the race itself. Speaking about, I guess, night running, Pat, how much night running do you do on trails? I know you're so fast half the time you don't even have to run at night for these 100-mile races. Maybe what's your favorite trail running memory from the nighttime?
Ooh, probably some running I've done with Morgan Elliott up in Asheville, North Carolina area. There's a park that I really like called Caesar's Head State Park, and there's just endless miles of trails. It's like right on the South Carolina and North Carolina border. This is between Greenville and Asheville, and we did some running, and I would say 2 winters ago, right after my first Javelina in 2017, and just the views up there at night, and just the memories of, you know, doing some of my early trail running days with Morgan. We had such great times, and yeah, good memories up there in that park. I love it. Just, you know, you have these like beautiful exposed rock faces up top. that look all the way down into this valley. And, here, I mean, you're talking like super green everywhere and very lush that time of the year, and like, November, December cusp. So I love that park though. I saw Scout putting
Yeah,
the hands
it's
up.
a good park.
It's great.
Nice. What'd you think of Zach Bitter's 100-mile treadmill? Did you get to tune into that at all?
Yeah, I tuned in a little. I know what he thought of it. Definitely an experience that I'm not sure he would go for the whole 12 hours or 100 miles again, right? He was telling me this week, but it was interesting to talk to him about like all the little things he tried to dial up in terms of like, he thought the room being 55 degrees, just like the dome, it would feel just the same, maybe even a little easier on the treadmill. But he's like, the ambient heat off the treadmill was insane, right?
So he had his air conditioner was set to 55 degrees.
I think it was really low, right? Like he was trying to get as close as possible to the conditions that the dome did for his 100-mile attempt there. And he said just little things he didn't think about, like weird pockets where like the motor was running and it was hot down by his feet compared to the dome. And it's quite interesting. Like, when you talk to Zach about an attempt, he breaks it down to the most minuscule detail and all those little things. Like if I were to do it again, I'd run a fan by my feet maybe, or it's interesting. I couldn't imagine, being in a room for that long, hammering 100 miles on a treadmill. But,
well, and I know he had to keep switching because they had like both of them hooked up to the same plug, and it kept like going out or something. It's like
he said eventually they ran a big extension cord like from beyond the dining room, just so it was on a different part of the breaker, right?
Wow, yeah. Whoops. But yeah, who hooks up two treadmills in their same room? Like it's pretty rare.
Yeah. It's cool with a lack of a lot of coverage to follow someone's attempt like that. I thought it was pretty fascinating we're all fiending for a little bit of race coverage, and that was a cool way to see it, even if it was just Zach all by himself.
Yeah, that was cool. At one point they had who's his coach again? Dave Scott. Was it Dave Scott? He's like 6-time world champion Ironman, and then Dean Parnassus was on the screen at the same time. I was like, okay, it's pretty good. Like random people running and stuff, but
yeah, it was like a star-studded commentary they had for that thing. It was pretty cool. What's the comedian's name who was on there, Jubilee?
That was Bert. He has a funny last name. I don't remember it.
Kreischer?
Yes.
Oh, right.
Or Kreischer? Yeah, he was on there, and it was hilarious because they had Courtney and Sally and Maggie. They were all on there, and they started talking about Javelina, and they were like, basically convincing him to come run it, right? Him and Joe.
Yeah, because Bert's been getting into running, and he was saying how he was kind of recapping his marathon and how he didn't train for it. But I mean, yeah, he wants to get into ultra running, and what better way than to come to Javelina? I kind of feel it's right up his alley.
Be hilarious. I was joking they should like train him and Joe Rogan to like battle each other.
100%. I think that would be amazing.
Joe Rogan versus Bert, 100 miles at Javelina. Yeah.
Why not? Speaking of Javelina, Patrick, you're talking about, I don't know if that's public. You want to hint you might come back or?
Well, just with things getting moved around, I'm really not sure what the tail end of the year is going to look like for me here. I haven't decided on a particular race yet, but I think it was this time last year I started thinking about Javelina again and messaged Jubes and said, hey, maybe I'll come back again this year. I definitely am going to come. And, I've got a lot of athletes that I coach that are going to run this year. And Matt Daniels is, thinking about, he's doing it this year, and thought about maybe Pace and Matt. If so regardless, I'm coming. But heck, if I'm gonna make the trip, maybe I'll do the 100K, or maybe I'll do the 100-miler again. Who knows? I'm not even sure at this point. But yeah, I get a niche every time of this year, like just thinking about it. Just such nostalgic memories of turning around on the course, and I love that loop. And yeah, means a lot to me.
Do you have anything that stands out the most for you as like your best memory from the race?
I think just sharing the sunset like 3 times over with Senseman, and all 3 years going so well for me in terms of how my race turned out. He's just such a good pacer and a good friend of mine, kind of bringing me home all 3 years. We, that last loop always feels really special, especially, after you leave the last aid station. But I think coming in from the last aid station this year with Eric and just feeling so much stronger than the year before, that's probably like kind of, my best memory in terms of sharing time on course with a friend. But probably more than anything, my mom and dad being there too every year was really cool. That they got to see, me get more serious about ultra running and, sharing that moment with me. So I'd never won an ultra until I won Javelina. So that was pretty awesome.
Nice. That's cool.
Yeah, it's been awesome to have you all 3 years too, because it's so cool to watch you run. And like, yeah, the event is so exciting anyway, but it's been really, really cool to have you out
and
there.
I feel like every year it just gets cooler, like, between Jubes expanding the costume collection there and just all around.
And then you also partaking in the costume and, going and running 100 miles and then going back to the Jackass party is pretty extraordinary, man.
For sure. I love it. Yeah, I love it. Like
That's
don't
the way
leave
to
the party, right?
I love it.
Anybody that's thinking about it, I definitely recommend signing up. Like, I know there's some spots still available and it's a really special experience. So, I love Western States and the experience there that I've had. And some other hundreds like Rob Goyen puts on a great race down at Brazos. I really enjoyed that one, but Javelina is near and dear to my heart. It's my favorite 100, so I love it. Yeah.
So how many hundreds had you run before you won the first Javelina?
That was my first 100 in 2017. Yeah. And then I've run 5 since, including the 2 Javelinas. So 4 of my hundreds have been at Aravaipa events between Solstice and Javelina.
Nice.
Yeah. I'm thinking about running, depending on what races look like for the rest of the year, if maybe the next race doesn't happen, I'm designing this big loop around Savannah, perimeter loop of the whole region that goes all the way out to the islands. So if I feel ready for it in the next couple months, I'm thinking about turning over some miles all throughout the coastal islands and along the intercoastal waterway and sort of designing like a road trail hybrid 100 here.
Very cool.
Awesome. The full loop is 100 miles. Is that what you're saying? Or is
That's right.
Probably 100 to 120.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's
it
really,
would be
really
my goal to cover like each of the barrier islands. Like we have Skidaway, Tybee Island, Whitmarsh. There's a bunch of small ones, really small pockets throughout that all are along the intercoastal waterway. So I'm trying to touch a bit of each of them here in the next few months. Maybe it's in one run. We'll see.
Right on. Are you going to document any of it?
Maybe.
Eric?
I don't know. Yeah, we'll see. Maybe I'll have to get a little GoPro or something like that for part of it.
Nice. Yes.
Or, if you're like Julie, you can just break it up into TikTok segments, just little like.
Yeah.
That's true.
Perfect.
Have you heard of TikTok?
I mean, TikTok famous here.
I'm saying, like, Pat, come on now.
Yeah, maybe I can share part of your notoriety there based on your Zoom.
That's what I'm saying. I'll shout out to you, and in like 2 days, you'll be famous. And I'm trying to grow our community on TikTok to show the small peoples out there that running is really cool.
Running is really cool. 9-second videos, is that right? Is that what TikTok is?
So that was Vine, and TikTok is
okay.
anywhere from 15 seconds to 60 seconds. So you have a minute or less.
Do you need an education on TikTok here, Pat?
Yeah, definitely. I think I'm definitely getting it confused with Vine.
We all do. Somebody said
It's like 9-second videos, right? Yeah, I got this.
Yeah, but Vine is no more.
Yeah, that's what somebody said. They're like, so TikTok's just the new Vine. But I guess it's a little different. And music is like a big part of TikTok, right?
Yes.
Big, yeah.
Yeah. So they collaborate with new artists and all kinds of music. And then they put that out there for you to create a video to. And it's like all kinds of content, really. It's fun.
Scout, can you show us the TikTok you made today?
Me? I don't have TikTok.
Oh, sorry. Okay.
But if you did, what would that look like?
Yes.
15 to 60 seconds. Maybe that should be our next game. We
What
do
will your
15
TikTok be?
to 60-second TikToks live.
Yeah.
There you go.
I mean, I think the ones that I find pretty funny are the ones that are kind of like people lip syncing along to random, like conversations that are out of context. I find that really hilarious.
Yeah.
So that would probably be my cup of tea.
There's one woman who keeps doing all the Trump crazy stuff, and it's hilarious. She just goes off like, and it's
Sarah-
funny to watch.
Sarah Cooper. She's a
Yeah, that
genius.
is, yeah.
I wasn't
Yeah.
going to name drop it, but I will. Yeah. It's Sarah
Yeah.
Cooper.
No,
It's
she's
absolutely brilliant.
Yeah.
Smelling the marker?
Scout, you just said that you don't have a TikTok, and I am
She's
curious
also on
how
Twitter. She's on Twitter.
you know all these things.
Yeah, you can see it on Twitter. That's true. But tell us, Scout.
I'm gonna do some TikTok research here in the background.
I'm
Yes.
trying to play it here if I can get this to work. I was going to try and pull up some TikToks because you can't look at it on a desktop, right? It's got to be on a mobile.
Yep. So it's designed so you can make content wherever you go with the ease of your phone. It's a lot of fun.
How many TikToks are you putting together a week, Jubilee?
Me?
Probably 3
Well-
per day.
The
Yeah, it's on
name of the
Twitter.
game.
Per day.
Yeah, you have to be consistent. So, like
That's true.
3 or 4 a day.
What? All right, give us your handle or whatever it's called. Shout it out.
No. Let's do it. You guys will really like my last one.
So is there a search bar here? Can I search for people on TikTok? I don't know if I really understand this.
Totally. Tell us, Jubilee.
There's a watch now button on the desktop section.
There you go.
Watch all
Yeah.
sorts. Oh,
Watch.
it's just endless scrolling. Look at this.
Yeah, the scrolling is great because then you don't have you just
It's
know.
endless content
yeah.
Oh,
of just people. And the quarantine thing has just been, it's so interesting because people are like isolated and they are just sitting with their creativity. It's great.
have you all seen this one of Will Smith? This is fantastic.
Uh-huh.
All right, I'm gonna.
Are you just scrolling or what's?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I'm just scrolling.
Welcome to my world. I'm converting everyone.
Can you
So
see Will
soon-
Smith?
Oh, here we go.
Run TikTok. Oh, that's the wipe it down challenge.
Oh, yeah, it's the magic reveal.
This is a challenge, huh?
It is.
Yeah.
They'll teach you how to do it. It's fun. I'll do it.
It's pretty good.
Yeah. Yeah, one of my favorites, one of my other favorites is the Snoop Dogg. Jubilee and I already talked about this, but Snoop Dogg did one where he was like, sometimes you just gotta take a moment, and he's literally just sitting in the backseat of his car and playing the song from Frozen, Let It Go, and his facial expressions are just.
And he
something
is
else. It's pretty amazing.
jamming. He's jamming to Let It Go. Like, yes.
I saw
Yeah,
that. I didn't
he's
really
there
get
for
what was
it.
happening.
It's not
Wow.
complicated, Noah. He was just letting it go.
Got it.
You might have opened a can of worms. I mean, how long could I scroll? Seems like forever.
I'm telling you, it's
Forever.
Forever. Wow.
And if you were on TikTok Scout, you could do that lip sync and post it to TikTok.
Jubilee, you can only peer pressure me into so many social media platforms within a year. And I just want to remind you that I think you've already hit your per capita for this year. And that maybe next year, although since we're in quarantine, perhaps there's new rules. And so maybe something will happen. I don't know, but I'm just saying, like,
What was the one this year?
Yeah, this is still early in the year. I don't think I have promoted nothing but TikTok
that
in
might be true.
2020.
Okay, that might be true. But you got the Insta thing.
I did, but that was a while ago.
It was a while ago.
You're doing great.
We're all having fun here.
We're TikToking.
Oh yeah.
Well, I mean, I think we should actually, Pat. I really like the idea of your game. Is in just 30-second blips. I want to see a TikTok from each
if
and
we
every
were
one
to
of you.
create one today, okay.
Yes.
Okay. I like this one by this guy named Diplo, and he's kicking some toilet paper. But
Diplo's
it's
great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Diplo, like the music producer, Diplo.
Yeah.
I got no idea. Never heard of him.
Diplo does some good music.
I'm glad you approve, Scout. This is good.
Of Diplo?
Yeah.
Come on.
I haven't seen Jubilee yet.
You got to go to Happy Jubilee.
Oh, there it is.
Are you trying to say that she's
Oh, was
not
that-
actually
say that?
TikTok famous,
Did I
Pat? What's
expose
happening
you?
here?
I might have exposed her. Uh-oh.
I mean, look, like Diplo, I've seen Will Smith, I've seen Kevin Hart, but no Jubilee yet.
Okay, ready? I was trying to get this on my phone. Ready? We're just doing it.
Changing your ringtone.
Oh God, don't play that one.
Why not?
Want to say something funny? Hi guys, I wanted to show you my workspace. So here we go. I like natural light, so I put the desk by my window. That's where I work from home. I've got my coffee
Whoops.
and my earbuds and my desk dog. Hi guys, I wanted to show you
My desk dog.
My desk dog.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm confident enough to actually make stuff on here, but here I am doing it. This is on your For You page. Ha! Yeah, I don't know if I'm confident.
Oh, what's this?
Are we drinking?
Well, that's whipped cream challenge.
What?
Do you guys know how to do the whipped cream challenge?
Why are
Do
we
you guys
not why are we not just doing TikTok challenges on this show?
What, do you guys have whipped cream available to you?
Ooh,
No.
no.
Am I the only one? Anyway, you would like put some whipped cream on your hand and you slap it. You're supposed to slap it into your face. And my brother hit the ceiling.
Jubilee, there's a one of your dog wiping his butt on the.
Yeah.
All right, we'll just move on.
I'm just saying, there's no rules. There's no laws with claws.
No laws with claws.
Noah, it seems like you figured out the backgrounds here on Zoom finally.
Yeah, sort of. Trying to. I think the Northern Lights were distracting for people, so
A lot of.
So now we're just on a fish tour.
now we're at the IT Festival.
Yeah.
So can you just picture the music? Picture the jam.
Hey, I put that. I capped off the playlist with the going out music was especially for you.
Well, it's funny because Seven Below that's like one of my favorite
Oh,
songs.
if you think I don't know that, then you think that I don't pay attention to anything.
It's awesome.
I know.
I know it's on there. I mean, it was studio version, but still, I appreciate it.
John Moroshik in the chat room. He says he needs to check out this TikTok stuff.
Yeah, John, you'd love it.
Yeah,
John, I think it's right up your alley, actually. Like, yes.
I'm looking at these two cats just beating each other up. It's pretty great. There's all sorts of stuff on here, John. Like there's a Patrick the Starfish pole dance.
Yes.
Pretty great. It's in one of those big inflatable suits, you know, the ones, the Halloween costume types. High heels. That's pretty good. There's a bunch of stuff. And I just got the Diplo again, so like, you know, there's, I don't know, it seems like endless content. There's not even a scroll bar here.
So there's 800 million people on this app, and they're all sharing videos of their lives. And it's just like,
Oh man.
it's amazing.
It's a whole world.
It's hilarious. I laugh so much.
I was trying to find that FedEx delivery one out. I think you could show that, right? I don't know.
No, you're now. No, wait. Notice this. No, you're sharing TikToks with me on Basecamp now. What's going on? You want me to play that one?
Wait, what?
Yeah, I sent him one.
Just wait. I'm gonna share the screen.
It's super
right?
quick. It's like a 5-second.
Oh
See if I
man,
can do it. Download it.
Another guy.
like this kid, he's just amazing with a yo-yo. you
Yeah,
know?
I don't know how you share it or play it or anything. Package delivery one is hilarious though. I don't know how to find anything on TikTok.
Fox.
This guy's name is Yo-Yo Joe _1, and he's fantastic. He's just really good with a yo-yo.
Yes. It's like
I
whatever your skill is, you do that on TikTok. That's it.
That's it.
Can you guys see this?
Yeah.
Your footing went out in nature.
Oh, you can't hear it.
Really?
Well, right at the end, you
Went out in nature.
the last part is what makes it so funny. Sorry. I laughed a lot of times in a row with that video.
Did you just stumble on that one?
Well, it's like he's saying, it's like when you're out in nature, you got to watch where you're walking. And he probably like slipped on purpose, but I feel like the roll down the entire hill is not intentional. So that, oh, Jesus. It's hilarious. Sorry.
It's great.
All right. We should probably pivot.
I mean, if we go back, if we go into the chat room, we've got Morgan Min would like to know, would you rather fight 10 duck-sized horses or one horse-sized duck?
Whoa.
I know.
10 duck-sized horses.
10
I'm a
duck-sized
pacifist.
horses
Yeah, I'm a
for one
pacifist.
horse-sized duck.
Oof, that
Kick
beak.
the- kick
Can you
him
imagine
around.
getting bit by that beak, man? That beak, that'd be so many like PSI, dude, just coming down like that. Oh, you know? Nope.
See,
A lot of pressure from that beak.
Pivot. Are we pivoting?
We can pivot.
Hey, what's next up on our agenda? We had every minute was scheduled out for this live stream.
We did, but we threw the wild card of TikTok in there, and I have no control. So
This would be
You
a
guys
game
wanna-
with guest time, but we already did that.
do you guys want
You got
to check back in with our social, see if anybody who has started tonight is posting on the story?
Yeah, I'd love to see some videos from tonight.
We definitely need more videos. This is a special request. We need videos. Okay, let me see what I can find here.
I can say that the Strava club's up to 5,264 total club miles at this point.
Whoa.
How many, Scout?
5,264.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Any good pictures on there right now? New ones?
On Strava.
Yeah, on the Strava. That's where I saw that koala bear was on there.
Yeah, I'll be honest. If I start to pull up like media, then this will die because I have the Wilderness Woods Wi-Fi, so it's like I can't multitask.
Oh, you guys
I
want me?
can't double dip and multitask.
I can pull up the Strava Club if you guys want.
Scott,
Yeah.
did you play
Yeah.
pickleball today? You hit the pickleball court or no? You didn't. I can tell.
I did not play pickleball today. Other people played pickleball today, but I will say that I was the champion of throwing some bags today.
Okay.
Played some cornhole, and I beat both of my nephews and my mother. So my dad
Feeling pretty
watched
good.
that carnage happen, and he decided not to partake.
That's Patrick, is it cornhole or bags?
Oh, sorry. I was mid sending Jam Jam a link to this TikTok that I really liked. Oh man, probably probably cornhole. I like cornhole.
Call it cornhole?
Yeah, I don't know if I heard the whole part of the
I
conversation.
said,
but-
do you call it cornhole or call it bags?
Oh, cornhole. Yeah.
Jubilee?
Yeah.
Cornhole.
Cornhole.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just call it bags. I never heard cornhole until
Oh wow.
after, but
Huh.
it could be just. I didn't know if it was a regional thing. I feel like Midwest.
Is that like
In Vermont.
I was gonna
everything
say,
they
is that
always
like
call bags.
east?
That's I don't know.
Northeast?
That's what-
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I don't know if I ever heard bags. Huh.
Yeah.
Yeah, so maybe.
That's what people called it in Vermont and New
Yeah.
Hampshire.
Oh, okay.
Fair enough.
But in the South, you just pitch washers. You don't mess with the bean bags. You just
Yeah, I have a funny Southern thing for you guys today. So I was talking with my friend Mike that I have a podcast with. After the podcast, we kind of do just like a weekly catch up with each other afterwards and have a beer. And he's saying that I was telling him that my cat has been really anxious lately. That the cat that was climbing on me earlier. We have 2 cats, and he said. Well, he used to be an indoor-outdoor cat, but he started getting in a bunch of fights, and he got this weird infection. He got like a weird, strange bite on his back foot. His foot swelled up, and he went through like 2 weeks of antibiotics, and it was a crazy ordeal for him. He was in a lot of pain. So we're like, well, we're not taking him outside anymore unless he's on a harness. He's like, you take your cat on a harness? Yeah, I take my cat, outside, walk him around every once in a while. My wife does most of that, but anyway, he's like, well, my neighbor just ties a wrench on a string to the cat, and then the cat can't get through anywhere because like the wrench is like long and heavy. He can't climb anything because it's long and heavy. He just ties a wrench to him. Is that not like
Around
the
his
most
neck?
Southern thing you've ever heard? It's just
Like a-
Wow.
like
I'm
just
not
the
tying
weight
a
of
wrench
the
to my
wrench?
cat, man. Like I think he's talking about like a big monkey wrench, man. Like he just
Right.
the cat's just like he gets to be outside, but he can't go outside of the yard because he can't drag the monkey wrench like through any of the usual crevices he gets through. I was sitting there just shaking my head, man. Like I'm not doing that. It was like he was trying to give me actual advice,
Would make a great TikTok.
It would make a great TikTok. Maybe that'll be my first video. Maybe
There you go.
I'll never be on my own TikTok. It'll just always be my cat with a wrench.
And that exists.
Probably be
I'm
the
telling
most
you.
viral thing that would happen.
Yes.
We have a special guest, actually, Aaron Wagner, who is a participant doing the series. He's going to jump in and share a little bit about his story, and we're going to let him in now.
Yeah, do you have that out there, Jamil, that people want to join? They can, email you or how are we?
Yeah, exactly. Aaron, how's it going? Can you hear us? Trying to unmute you. Can you
Yep.
There you go.
Hi there. My heart rate's going higher than it was on my run.
Nice. Welcome.
Nice back.
Well, yeah, thank you.
That was the selling point. He in the email he sent me, he said, I've got a great Zoom background. And I was like, well, you got to let him in now.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yeah, man. This is cool. I said that I loved it that you guys are doing the virtual race because I'm in Cincinnati, Ohio, where cornhole was invented.
See?
Yeah, it's Midwest. Races are off. So this gave me a great excuse this summer. I think it's going to be the highlight of my summer going through these races. And I'm so inspired by all the runners. I'm on the Strava group and watching people. Lots of kudos out there, and it's just been really, really cool to see. I'm not an ultra runner yet. I did the 25K, and this is my farthest official race. I've never done a marathon, so yeah.
Oh yeah,
Awesome, man.
that's awesome.
But I plan to work up to the ultra distance during these series that you guys have. Hopefully by the end, I'll do the 50K at least.
Nice.
And it's just really, really cool. I lived in, I've got a Tucson, Arizona runner shop shirt on. I lived in Tucson for 7 years. I worked at the Summit Hut down there in Tucson. And I just love Arizona. I want to get
Nice.
there. I want to do the races on the course. I did a couple of 24-hour mountain bike races at McDonald or at what's the name of the park there?
McDowell.
McDowell. Yeah, so I've been there for a mountain bike race, but I was not a runner 10 years ago when I lived in Tucson. I just picked up running about a year ago, other than like 25 years ago when I was in high school. But this is, yeah, this has been awesome. I'm stoked about all of it. So.
And are you a mountain biker too? Did I see? Are you on the pass as well?
I'm not. No, I've given up mountain biking since I had kids. I remember shortly after my son was born 13 years ago, my wife said, "Oh, you should go out and mountain bike with your friends." And I dropped in on a steep ass, and I said, "Nope, I can't do it anymore. I might die. I've got kids now." So running's more my speed now. It's good.
Cool.
But I'm
mountain biking's a lot harder after you lose the no fear factor.
Good. Definitely.
Aaron, where did you do your 25K?
Well, there's a bike and jogging path nearby, so it's flat or downhill. It's the Little Miami River, and the unfortunate thing was, in order to get back to my house, my wife drove me and dropped me off at my starting point. But I had a huge, well, it's not huge to any mountains out there, but a huge hill for me to climb on my 25K at the very end, like at mile 13. So that almost did me in.
Nice.
But I
That's
think
true Aravaipa fashion. That's really good.
Yeah, I think I was surprised. I was surprised. I think I'm in the men's lead on that as of right now, or maybe, depending on if more come in tonight. I don't mind losing to folks out there. I'm not that competitive, but it's it's road for the most part. I didn't have a trail out here that I could find for 25K. All of our trails are like 2 miles. That's it.
You're in the lead in the 25K, you're saying?
I think I was men's.
Nice.
Yeah, not.
That's awesome.
There's the woman that's I guess a pro athlete, Devin. She looks amazing. Yeah, she looks amazing.
Yeah, she's been destroying everything.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's been really cool. But I appreciate you guys letting me jump on. I don't want to take up too much time here, but actually,
we have important TikToks to get back to. I mean,
exactly.
Aaron, are you on TikTok?
No, I'm not.
Well, let me tell
When
you,
you
Aaron,
finish your 50K, would you download it and show us and celebrate with a dance?
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes. Okay.
Aaron,
Yeah.
I'm on
That's a deal.
TikTok right now, and I keep scrolling, and I'm not at the bottom yet. And there's just more and more videos. Oh, like I could be on here all night. I'm just gonna try to get to the bottom.
Like the bottom.
I think there is a bottom, Pat.
Maybe not a physical bottom, but yeah. Some fashion. There's the bottom. I'm gonna find the bottom of TikTok tonight.
Aaron, you're welcome to continue hanging out. We're gonna share one of those TikToks that Patrick sent to us right now. So let me share my screen.
It's all right. I'm heading out. Bye, guys. Thank you.
Hey,
Thanks so much for running with
Thanks
us,
for sharing,
That's
Aaron.
awesome.
Great job.
Good luck
Great job, Aaron.
Yeah, good luck moving towards your first ultra, dude. That's awesome.
Thanks.
Keep it up.
All right, here we go. You guys see this one? Were you able to hear the last one?
Yeah, we just can't laugh.
Okay. Shh.
Here you are, sir. Steak medium well, just like you requested.
Oh my God.
Here you are, sir. Steak medium well, just like you requested.
That's fantastic.
That's Jason Derulo's dog.
So good.
That's hilarious.
So you could definitely put a cat on a ranch And
Yeah, I can put a
to
tat on a
TikTok.
wrench. Yeah, definitely. Maybe that'll be my new thing. I'm gonna find our next one. Well, guys, thanks for having me on. I've got to get to this TikTok in here. I had a great time.
We do have a question in the chat room, probably for you, Pat. This would be a great one. It's from the average runner. Looking forward to my first 100 miler at Javelina. Also my first ultra. Any advice for the mental game?
Whoa, your first ultra too. I wonder if the person is doing the 100K or the 100 mile. Well, regardless, I would say mental game wise, stay super positive out there, really pay attention to that first loop and get to know, what kind of terrain you're going to be on. Cause that's the same footing for every single one. Each loop, it's going to get a little hotter. So really try to utilize those aid stations well. I think that'll help you if you're going in there with a positive attitude and communicating with people and, walking out with a lot of ice on person. I always think that the aid stations, no matter like how bad the rough patch is going to be, just, that positive interaction with other people. It's something special about Javelina that can lead you to a really successful day. If you're encouraging others and they're encouraging you back, that can really dig you out of a rough patch. So communication on the course for sure.
Nice.
Yeah. Patrick, sorry. Do you have a crew normally, or do you just go off the aid stations, or like your parents or your wife help you?
Yeah, at headquarters, I usually pick up all my calories that I'll use for that loop, say other than like, chips and fruit that I'd get at the aid stations. I'll usually take some mixture of, gels and Goo Octane sports drink, like for my family there at headquarters. And then that'll be enough to get me through the loop. So I guess, if each loop's taking you, make sure that you're heading out of headquarters with the calories you prefer, just in case the aid stations don't have, like if you like tailwind, like the race is it's a Goo sponsored race. So make sure that you head out of headquarters, like with what you need to. But yeah, I like to use the aid stations, especially at Javelina, because the water stops are, really quick and efficient with the new systems that you guys put in last year. And you're never going to run out of ice at Javelina. I've been to races where you run out of ice in hot parts of the day, but you guys do such a good job to make sure that every time a person's coming through aid, there's like sponges and buckets, and make sure that you utilize those as a racer though, because heading out, you're dead exposed for especially in the hotter parts of the day.
Yeah, that's what everybody says, right? The second loop for most people is like that can like make or break your race, how you handle that part of the day.
Yeah, nutritionally and in terms of topical cooling, like that's a super important loop. 2 and 3, just depending on the speed of the runner. You of course have some nice chilly nighttime loops, which is great, but 2 and 3 are very, very hot loops.
And then how many miles does Eric usually pace you? Is it the last loop, or do you have him go out for 40?
Yeah, Eric has brought me through for the last 20 each year, the last loop. Mm-hmm. Last year, Zach Bitter brought me through from, I guess, like 130 or 100K to 130K. Okay. I like 2 pacers just, from it's nice to mix it up, 2 people that maybe have attitudes that just complement each other well, depending on what you feel like you're going to need per loop after the 100K mark.
And at that pace, are you guys like chit-chatting, or is it kind of like, hey, help me keep this pace, that's why we're here?
I think sometimes it's like help keep me cognizant, like ask me, am I on track with my calories? Ask me how I'm doing in hydration, stay positive and just keep me focused. And sometimes it's like, will you please be quiet? I'm in so much pain, just depends. And I think if you pick the right people to pace you, then, then you're in a situation that, they're going to provide the right things you need for you in the tough parts of the race. After the 100K mark, to me is, that 100K mark to the 80 mile mark is like the toughest part of the 100 for me personally.
Yeah, it's still a long ways away, right? But it's like you've gone a long way, but it's still a long ways.
Yeah, and then once you get to 80, for the person that's asking, I guess, about mentality, what do you need the last 80? Just remember how far you've gone, how close you are to the finish at that point, right? Like, you don't want to walk away from the 100 saying I got to 90, I didn't make it. But if you just keep staying positive and put one foot in front of the other, that's the point that you really need the mental game there.
Right. And don't just sacrifice your nutrition because it's like, oh, I only have 10 more. It's like you still are going to need something. So
oh yeah,
don't just try to grind it out because that might do you in with cramps or whatever.
Yeah. Don't just throw in the towel if you're going at roughly 14-minute a mile pace and you've got 10 more miles. That's still a lot of time out there. So make sure you stay on top of your nutrition.
Cool. I'm always curious how like pacers do for people. Like if people want like, hey, distract me from what's happening, or if it's like, hey, I need you. Like you're running at a fast pace, so it's like I need you to make sure I don't drop to like below what I need to be at, Or
yeah.
Like, hey, talk baseball to me because I want to be distracted from what I'm actually doing,
Yeah. I think the race that I needed the mental game of a pacer more than or to just keep me on track.
Yeah.
In terms of calories was at States last year where the competition is really heated and like I'm literally just trying to focus on like running as fast as possible once I hit the river, right? So having a pacer there, it was critical, I thought, because you want to focus on it competing as hard as possible and they can say calories, time for calories.
Right.
So if you're in heated competition, I think you can utilize a pacer for that too. So.
That's cool. Yeah, I like it.
Well, it's got to be nice to know that there are aspects of your training and your brain that you can just shut off and not have to pull into, like, you don't have to remember that if you've got that person there. Like, that's got to be pretty awesome to know that like you've got a team that you trust and people that are going to stay on top of that for you so that you can just focus. And I feel like that's got to allow you to enjoy it that much more, like to actually enjoy the experience.
Yeah, absolutely. Part of enjoying the experience is enjoying the outcome too, right? So if you can have someone take a little bit of the mental burden, I think that's a big part of what a pacer is. As much as someone thinks like they're there to push me hard, they're there to keep you sensible too, right? Both in terms of your nutrition and the pacing and everything. Being a pacer is tough. Yeah, totally.
It's cool.
Yeah.
I like it.
Well, guys, thanks so much for having me on. I'm loving watching the live footage of Jamil there, even though he's right here in front of us on the Javelina course, and somehow it's still daylight out there too. It's just really enjoying it.
On loop 2 right now, so doing good for sure.
Yeah, Patrick, you probably never run that way on Escondido. That's the way to go. The way that adrenaline course goes is the opposite of Javelina. That's the way to go.
True.
Oh, okay.
That's fun. But cool, man.
Oh, cool. Yeah, thanks for having me on, guys. I really enjoyed it tonight, and thanks for sharing a beer. It's great to see friends and connect with the Aravaipa community. Thinking about you guys, and can't wait till I get to join you for another race. I think the Javelina bug's in my system now that I said by the end of the beer I was going to decide if I'd be there racing this year. So
And
I won't confirm, but we'll see.
Will you let us know on TikTok?
I'll let
us know on TikTok.
I'll let you know on TikTok. Cool. If you see a cat with a wrench at the top of the feed tomorrow morning, then I'll see you in the desert.
Okay,
I'll see you
great.
there regardless. I can't wait to come out and visit this year, and even if it's just to see everybody race, it's going to be awesome. So.
Cool, man.
Yeah, we'll be glad to have you no matter what.
All right,
Yeah.
see ya. Well, hey, I look forward to doing this next month. That'll be fun. Thanks for the invite, Jamil.
Yeah.
Yeah. Take care, Pat.
That's my exit dance. See ya.
All right. All right. With that, we're going to move on to a TikTok of Fox. Here we go.
Oh my God.
Who's laughing right now? It's hilarious.
Oh my God.
It's awesome.
All right.
Hilarious.
Well, what was that all about? I don't know.
It's just a filter that makes your dog's face chubby. It's adorable.
Let's go through. I wanted to actually, this was kind of cool. I want to jump over to the Strava Club real quick. And
Yes.
I don't know, when you guys are talking about the club totals, is that something only you can see as the admin?
Ooh, I don't know, maybe.
So I'm going to share the screen so you guys should be able to see it right now. This is our Strava Club or Insomniac. So it is locked down, so it's only available to those who are registered. So if you guys do sign up for one of the virtual night runs, you'll get access to this and you'll be able to interact with all of the other people doing it. So if you go over to we do have the leaderboard segment here, which shows, you know, how many miles people are doing, our leaderboard and everything. Wow, Devin, almost 100-mile week. That's awesome. But on the post, it's kind of cool because you can see what people are actually doing out there. So we've got, you know, here we go. Killer Soda finished up at 25K. Let's see. I know that Jay was in the chat room talking about doing a 100-mile Zwift ride. So that's his setup there. So he did his adrenaline 100-mile on his trainer bike there on Zwift, which is pretty sweet.
Very cool.
He was tuned into the
animal
live stream here.
Jamil, I just tried to send you a screenshot at least of the mileage.
Oh, cool.
I don't know if that'll work or not, but I pinged it to you.
Okay.
Yeah, like who's got the most miles? Was that like, did you show it? It was 138 or something? Actually, I don't know how to say her name, but Miss Bell, she's the one in Australia, I think.
Okay.
Tamika, or I don't want to mess it up.
With what now, Noah?
Her first name, I'm not sure. She's the one that's in Australia, though, that Tamika or whatever. Bell.
Tamika Bell right here?
Yeah.
Yeah, she's from Australia. Oh,
yeah.
She's in the chat room as well.
Yeah, she was doing like I think she was doing the whole series, or she did
probably confirm in the chat room.
Or the Dawnbreaker, maybe, I can't remember exactly.
Let me switch
Dawn has been broken, so maybe that was what she was saying.
So here is our weekly total here with everyone who's in the club. So we can see we've got 5,264 club miles this week. So everyone who's in the Insomniac virtual this week has done that many club miles so far, which is pretty cool. And her Tamika, that's how you say her name, is Tamika.
Okay, cool.
Sweet.
Yeah, and the only. Go ahead, Noah.
No, go ahead. Nothing.
She's signed up.
Oh, I was just gonna say, so because of the way that the club is set up, like the 169, that it should just say members, not runners, because some of those folks are only cycling, but some folks are doing both. But it just the way that it shows up on the I don't know enough about TikTok. Apparently, we have learned that, and I also apparently don't know enough about the nuances of setting up Strava clubs. This is my first go, so we're learning, and but it shows everybody's miles, cumulative miles. So
nice. And Tamika confirmed she is signed up for Dawnbreaker for the whole series.
Nice.
Very nice.
Yeah, I've got like 40 more miles I need to get done tomorrow. No big deal.
We can hop back into looking at some of our Instagram shares. So if you guys are out there, make sure you guys are tagging Airbike Insomniacs. I found kind of a cool story I wanted to share. Alfredo Martinez, he's doing the Dawnbreaker 106K. So you can see him here on Strava. So he's been sharing on there. And you can see he's putting little snakes by the ones he's completed. So it looks like he's going for, and I found him on Instagram too. So we'll kind of go through, oops, sorry, what am I doing? Okay. Yeah, so here he's posting about all the goodies he got, and then here's his different runs. So his first one, actually that was his second one, I think. Anyways, 10K, 6K, 10K, and he just posted this 19 hours ago. So did his 25K, and then he's going to do his 31 miler Sunday at dawn. So he's going for the 106K, which is pretty cool.
It's awesome.
Yeah, we had a couple people run it straight through the 106K. And you showed one earlier.
It's awesome.
Sarah Garrigan, I think, did hers the first night, Monday night. Trying to look at the list there.
Oh, wow. Look at this. Someone uploaded the course onto their treadmill, it looks like.
Oh, that's awesome.
See that?
Oh, yeah.
And it looks like they did the 10K and the 25K together.
Nice.
Or no, maybe they're going for more. This is a 40K, so maybe they're doing the 50K right now. That's
Oh, right on.
Oh, and they're talking about the tofu scramble that Patty made at Javelina 100 2018 is the same tofu scramble. That's great. That's from Tom Trush.
Oh, yeah.
And then we got someone else doing Dawn Breaker here. So quite a few Dawn Breakers sharing their experience with us here.
Yeah, they were smart leaving the 10K last instead of the 50K, right?
Yeah, right. Nice. So yeah, we don't have a ton of new content to share there, but we do have quite a few people. So sharing San Diego. So yeah, it's kind of cool. We got people from all over the world jumping in and sharing.
Very cool.
Sharing in the Insomniac. Do we have any other, Jubilee, do we have any other interesting things on the agenda tonight that we were going to do?
I mean, I was going to ask, huh?
That we haven't done yet?
I mean, I have another game, but I like the TikToking better.
Oh, we're just getting TikTok?
Clearly. But I was gonna have Scout and Noah explain the Possessed Pass a little bit.
Which is this. Here, which you can see right through my shirt.
I was gonna say you can. It's awesome. That's crazy. Scout, you want to go ahead? Your red light district.
What? Sure.
It's very
Yeah.
You know what it is?
something.
I do know what it is because I'm technically I'm participating in it as well. So the Possessed Pass is ultimately we initially created the Dawnbreaker series, which was we've already looked at and mentioned, but just to recap briefly, is basically you run the cumulative entire distance, whether you break that up into each of the race distances and you knock all those out, or you run it all in one go, or bits and pieces, like however you slice it. It's just a challenge for you to use the whole week of the virtual race to get all that mileage out. So honestly, it can be an awesome training tool. It can be a good just like motivator to keep you moving and getting after it. And instead of being like, oh, I guess I'm just gonna get up and do that same 3-mile loop that I've been doing in my neighborhood every day, you're like, well, now I'm going to do it 3 times because I'm going further, or I'm going to find a new route, or whatever the case may be. But the Possessed Pass just means that you're committing to doing that Dawnbreaker like cumulative mileage for each and every one of the Insomniac virtual series races. Each one, you're running that cumulative distance. And so if you do that, and I'm gonna have you throw in the actual like definitive mileage, Jamil, but I know it's over 400 miles that you'll end up with. It's like 432.
It's 453.
Yeah.
453 total miles between now and September, which is awesome. I mean, for some people that is larger than their typical annual, like mileage goals. So it's just a way, again, all of this is just like, we recognize that like things are topsy-turvy, like there's lots of question marks, there's lots of things that are unknown, but so many of us rely on running or just like moving our bodies, biking, like whatever it may be, to stay, sane isn't necessarily the right word, but to keep things on a somewhat even keel. And this is just our way of like dangling that carrot of like, hey, like we're here, we see you, we want to motivate you, we want to keep you moving, want to keep you going. And never in the history of Aravaipa running or Aravaipa rides has there been so much glitter involved in our swag. So I just want to say, like, if you're a Firefly fan or anything, like Joss Whedon fans, like, it's shiny. It's real shiny. Like, for real though, it's shiny. So take a look at the swag. Like, if you're thinking to yourself, like, man, I didn't sign up for it, like, you still can. You can sign up for it right now. You can join it, take on the challenge. Like, we would love to see more people just get after it, because it's awesome. And for the folks that are like, well, you know, I've never run a 50K, like, that's okay. If you like, what we're kind of hoping folks will do is they at least pick one of the like initial distances within the race. So let's say it's a 6K, and that you run that distance, and then however you fit the rest of the miles in, that's up to you. Like, if you break it up into the individual ones, whatever, but like, however it works for you, like, this is about you challenging yourself, and we're just here to cheer you on. So that's the Possessed series, is it's taking on the cumulative distance of each of the series races as a whole. So it's pretty awesome. I say do it.
I think August is going to be the big test, right? Now that Sinister got moved to August, it's like we were looking at 230 something K in like a 3-week period or something like that.
Yeah, no, August is definitely the month of, like, it's a crunch. But like I said, I mean, you could break those all up into smaller runs. I did the, there's the Yeti Running did a 24-hour challenge where you ran 5 miles every 4 hours for 24 hours. I mean, that's a 50K. So it's doable. It's just a matter of you have to, you just have to tell yourself to find a way to break it up and stick with it, and you can do it. And it doesn't have to be, again, like, it doesn't have to be your fastest miles. Like, if you decide to challenge yourself to, like, hey, I'm going to throw it on my fastest mile here, I'm going to try and knock out my fastest 10K or whatever, like, that's awesome. And we applaud that, but it's also not necessary. Like, maybe some of it's just like, maybe you're figuring out how you're going to pace yourself for your first big ultra. So you're practicing run, walk, and that kind of breakup. Like, there's a million ways to slice it, and you can truly just make it work for you.
Yeah, and if you are, in a different page, like a lot of 100-mile or A races fall in September, and hopefully those go off. Like, what great training on the last 30 days out, like, to just hang around some August miles and have a purpose with doing it rather than just running on your own.
Nice.
Cool.
In the chat room, Graham Felsenthal, I think we pulled up his photo earlier. He says he did the full 106K on Wednesday night. He started at midnight after 2 hours of sleep. He signed up for the full series, but he's not sure if he'll pull off a midnight start for each one. It's kind of cool.
Where's that? Did he say where he was?
I didn't say.
That's awesome, though. Props for starting at midnight. That's awesome.
Yeah, I was hoping to maybe get night runs out here, because there's fewer on drive vehicles and stuff.
Breaking up a little bit there.
Yeah.
Graham says he's in Humboldt County, California.
Cool.
And we got a shout out to Tiffany Wilson. She crushed her 25K. Sweet.
Awesome. Yeah, I see Devin's in first on 3 of the distances now, right? Oh no, somebody overtook her in the 6K.
Yeah, I was just gonna pull up the results actually and share some of that.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
So yeah, here's a little look at the 6K. Yeah, you guys can submit your results and they'll show up immediately onto our live results here. So this is 6K. You can see how many people have done it already. We've got 85 people already in for that. 10K. It looks like, yeah, Devin's doing the whole series, which is cool. Cool to see that.
Are you signed in on Strava, Jamil, so we can see some of the links if we click on them?
Yeah, what do you want to see? Do you want to look at the longer ones, or what do you want to see?
I'm just curious, like some of the names that maybe see where they're at, see if they're in a different country or.
Okay, like Nate Kaiser here in the 15K.
Yeah, let's check it out.
Let's see.
See there, UK.
Nice.
Okay.
Cool.
All these international awards will be shipping out. That's great. Devin did a pretty epic run, I thought, today, maybe. 4:06.
Yeah, that might be new.
And that was part of a 50 miler she did.
Wow.
Yeah, she
Before.
she emailed me. She was like, I'm planning this run, but I want to use it. Like basically like her run that she was planning to do was longer than the distance. And I was like, if you just create a lap, then you can use the lap as your like shorter distance. But yeah, it was pretty awesome.
Look at her miles for 2020.
Yeah.
Gosh.
1,800.
Get after it, Noah. Come on, catch up.
Wow. I'm creeping up on 400 right now.
Woo!
1,800 in May? Come on. Gosh.
So yeah, you got.
Well, there's Sarah's. Sarah did hers all in one, I think. If you go up.
Who are you looking at?
I saw Mark Hellenthal was on there too, but Sarah Garrigan, she was one of the ones that did the in one. I think that was all in one run.
Yeah, Mark pieced his together, but he got his 106K done.
Oh, she did stop here. Okay.
She got sick, looks like.
Did I see Jeffrey Foote in there? Did he make an appearance?
Yep. Except now I can't find him. Yeah, there's Jeffrey Foote right here.
All right, let's take a look.
Oh, you want to see some of them? Looks like he did a few different ones there.
50K.
Okay. Oh, around his neighborhood, looks like.
Nice.
In Chandler. So he's got his link in his Garmin here. Cool. You want to see some of our ride results? So we've got.
Nice.
Wow, we got 10 people did the 3-hour ride. So
yeah,
far,
that's actually missing one rider that's gonna jump up to the top. So if you go over to the 100-mile ride and open that, there's Daniel did 63 miles for his 3-hour, and we had set our parameters to not accept that, I guess, is the message I just got from Nick. Like, so he'll show up in the 3 hours, but he knocked out the 3-hour and the full 100 miles. So.
It's like he was riding in the ocean.
So I was gonna say, it's cool.
Yeah, the Watopia seems to do that. You'll see if you ever look, like sometimes Jim posts stuff, Walmsley, where it's like, well, you're running on the ocean, but it's just Watopia seems to have a glitch in it that does that pretty consistently.
Oh, and Scout, we have Jan from Fountain Hills Bikes. She might need helping to submit all of their riders' results. So try and connect you because they have 10 people out at McDowell right now.
Yeah.
That's a great ride.
Sounds good.
65
That's
miles.
cool.
And we got 6. So it looks like, yeah, Josh here went 112 miles in 6 hours. It's pretty cool.
Click on it. Let's see where he was.
Look at.
Oh.
Oh, yikes. Maybe it's a private activity, possibly. Oh, I do have to log in. All right. Well, we won't do that right now. Cool. So that's some of our results anyways.
That's cool. Yeah, like where's Oliver? Number at first in the 6K. He just passed Devin is maybe today or yesterday. He's got to be.
Yeah, it looks like an international runner right there.
Yeah. 18.
18 years old, yeah. It's fast.
Cool.
Let's see. Sweet. Okay, Jubilee, I'm looking at our schedule here. Do we have a Guess the Jam game? Is that a real thing?
That is a thing. Yes.
You want to do that?
You guys want to do that?
What do we do?
So basically, Jam, you're gonna control, I guess, my sound. Nope, that's not gonna work. So you guys gotta go on to Adrenaline playlist. I think it is
The party stream playlist or the race playlist?
either one. You're gonna pick a song, but you're gonna mute yourself, and then you're gonna dance to that song.
What?
And try to act it out so that we guess. You have to tell us which list that we're guessing from.
Noah, you're first.
This just got more
Got
difficult.
it. This game.
There's so many songs on here. Is this the Adrenaline party stream?
And they don't even have words, right?
What? Some of them have words. It's a diverse playlist.
Are you guys doing the party stream?
I'm trying to get it to load here or upload.
If you guys are watching and you're wondering, you can go on Spotify and go to Aerobic Running and download these playlists.
I'll pop it in the chat room real quick.
Yeah, we'll have a playlist for each race. I try to put at least 6 hours together for the race itself playlist. So there's plenty of music to listen to.
Anything good though, or no?
No, it's all terrible. It's the worst. Especially the last song on this party stream playlist. I don't know. It's bad.
He threw it in there. I'll tell you what, on a random note, I was listening to some Radiohead. They know how to close out an album. Like every last song on all of their studio albums is like, I can't believe this is the last song you put on your album. Like this is such a great song.
It's true. Have you listened to Ed O'Brien yet? EOB? Have you checked it
I
out
haven't
yet?
listened to his new one. I forgot about it actually.
So good.
Is it good?
Oh, it's so good. And it's on, I have at least one EOB song on the Adrenaline playlist.
Oh, cool. Okay. Yeah, I'll check it out. I actually forgot about it. So that's cool. Thank you. All right. What are we pulling up here? And you're just going to make this into a TikTok, right, Jubilee?
100%.
I can't get my Spotify to load on my old Mac here. But when you go, we're not going to hear your sound, or we are going to hear your sound on someone else's feed.
No, so you're going to mute yourself while you play the song, and we have to guess the song by your vibe, essentially. So you have to like dance the song so we can guess it.
This sounds quite difficult.
It's like charades,
Is this
but
song?
you're using a song.
Jimmy Fallon does this, I think, actually, on his show.
Possibly.
Real quick, we have a shout out from Graham who did the 106K all in one go starting at midnight. He says the Adrenaline playlist was so good. I found some awesome new music from it. It just says loving the. Maybe he couldn't type anymore. I don't know.
Yeah, the is a great old band.
Well, there you go. See, I clearly haven't listened to it yet.
Okay,
I'm
so are
glad
you
they
guys
like
on?
I'm on there. I have it. Yeah.
Are
Who's
you
gonna-
on the the Adrenaline virtual or the party stream one?
I'm on the party stream. Is that the one you want us to be on?
Either one.
Okay.
But yes, that's great.
I'm not, but go ahead.
We got another love the. People are loving the.
What a great name, huh?
They're
That's
great.
really great.
They're an underrated band. They're so wonderful, but they don't play anymore.
Where are they from? Do you know?
They're English.
English, you said? All right, so what the one thing that Zoom is missing, right, is like being able to have some sort of ambient sound in the background, huh? So it can't really do it. Uh-oh. Jamil, you're muted. I don't know if that's intentional.
Oh, I muted myself. Sorry. I was
Okay.
trying to unmute the adrenaline course video, but it's not unmuting.
I don't know if it would work anyway, because anytime somebody talks, it like pulls them to that feed, you know?
Right.
I don't know how that works. My Spotify is like not loading.
Is it? That's really convenient right now, Noah.
This game is killing it, Jubilee. This is awesome.
You guys are doing great. Scout, do you want to go first? Pick any song on that list. Mute yourself and dance.
Yeah.
I have no how. Okay. All right. Go ahead.
Hold on.
Is he going to tell us which one he won? Uh-oh. What's happening?
Is this on the playlist?
Jurassic Park.
Is Scout supposed to be dancing right now?
I don't know. I don't know what's happening.
Oh,
this
here we go. Here we go.
I'm gonna guess
A saxophone. Okay. Do you guys know these songs? Oh God.
This is Pee Wee Herman. That song. No.
Lady Gaga?
No. Jubilee, I've shown you the video for this song.
Oh, what does that mean?
It's towards the top of the playlist.
Come on.
It's not a saxophone.
Clarinet. Oboe.
No. Are you just gonna guess wind instruments?
Well, yeah, I don't know what other instruments make that movements besides saxophone.
Play the third song. Whoever can
So-yo?
play the audio. Because I can't.
So-yo?
Are you, how much of a gringo are you, dude?
Is that a flute, though? Like, you did this.
It could have been a recorder. Whatever.
Oh. You have to go again now. You're giving us false chances, false.
You have to go until we guess it.
I can't even play the music. I'm just having to guess because I can't play music and video without it.
And we lost him.
I think he's faking. I think he's faking.
I just went for something I knew.
Yeah.
Noah's the faker, Mr. I can't pull up my Spotify. You
still can't get it to work.
In the
Both
Phoenix
of you
metro
guys.
area, dude. Get
My
it
Mac is
together.
from like 2012. I don't know. It's having a rough go here.
I'm crying for you over here.
But the new rule, while we couldn't hear you, we said if we can't guess it, you have to keep going. So you have to do it.
Yeah.
All right, we're going to take a quick, we actually have a special guest that's joining us. We'll take a quick break from this. I know you guys want to continue this fun, but we have Nathan from Freak Brothers. He's coming into the chat. He's going to talk a little bit about, for those of you locally, what you guys can do and redeem, because you get a pizza discount at Freak Brothers Pizza. He's going to talk about that.
Cool.
Normally, they're out at the races. So how's it going, Nate? Can you hear us?
Yep.
How you doing?
Good. Let's see. Am I on?
Yeah, you're on. Thanks for joining us.
Now, can someone come take an order, please?
Oh,
do you need a second?
Oh, no, we're good. We're good.
Cool. So you're coming to us from the Churchill Freak Bros Pizza?
Yes, sir. Yep.
Oh.
Right on. Tell us about any Insomniac runners that are here local. What is Freak Brothers offering?
Yeah. So we already had a few come by today. Any runner that comes by will get $3 off a pizza, any pizza of your choice. So just show us your race bib and, come today, in the next few days, the next week, that's fine. we'll hook you up with discounted pizza.
Nice.
Yeah.
And the Churchill just opened back up?
Yep. Yeah, here, I'll kind of see if I can give you a view. But yeah, there's some. Oh my God, I can't. Okay, maybe not. But yeah, there's people out there. This is only our second day being back open, but it's actually been pretty busy. So it's cool to like see people out here again. We've been really the only ones out here for about 2 months now.
And what's your favorite part about the Insomniac night races? I know you've run in some of them too.
Yeah, I mean, for me, it's just a cool change of pace to be able to run at night. Obviously, the sun being down, and just it's like whatever trail you're on, it's like a whole new experience. It's like you haven't experienced it before. So I think some of my early ultra days were doing like, I mean, my first ever ultra was a night run. It was a 12-hour night run. So yeah, there's just like something special about having the moon out and just being under there. It's really fun.
Sweet.
Yeah.
What's your pizza of the month? And then we'll kind of let you get back to the shop there. Looks like you guys are busy.
Yeah, for sure. So our pizza of the month is actually the Kel Special. One of the two guys who owns the Churchill, he actually orders it vegan, but it's like, what is it? Chicken, pepperoni, chorizo, which is like a vegan chorizo that's really spicy and sweet and delicious. And then he puts some barbecue sauce on top of that. So it's pretty meaty, spicy pizza.
Sweet.
Nice.
Awesome. Well, yeah, just a reminder, everyone who's signed up, head over to Freak Bros. Where are you guys located?
So we're in downtown Phoenix. We're located off of First Street and Garfield, which is just south of Roosevelt. We're inside a place called the Churchill. It's like a big shipping container shopping complex. So there's some bars and restaurants in here. You can come sit down. We have socially distanced seating and everything. So it's a pretty cool place to come hang out.
Right on. Cool. So thanks for joining us, Nate.
Yeah, for sure. Thanks for having me on.
All righty.
All right, see you guys.
Yeah.
Cool.
I was gonna ask what kind of pizza they're making now.
Oh man, well I just threw him off so quick. Sorry.
No, I'm saying with what he said is pizza of the month. So sounds interesting. The
Yeah, the
chorizo.
Kel Special. I've had it like 4 times, I think, already this month. It's legit.
You have, yes.
Yeah.
So, but now the Churchill has a different bar restaurant over there, like kitty corner from them or something. Because that guy left, didn't he? The cocktail bar.
Yeah, there's a new one in there. It's called So Far So Good. Yeah, what was it in there before?
I can't remember the guy's name,
Pobrecito was the one before, but yeah, there's the guys that have another bar called Killer Whale Sex Club. So they're like 2 different bars. So yeah, there's kind of a couple of things have rotated recently. So
I mean,
sure.
If you were to walk by a bar called Killer Whale Sex Club, you kind of gotta walk in, right? It's like
Yeah, it's funny because I think they opened right before the quarantine. I think they had 2 days they were open, and I saw on their social media they were doing like body shots or something, and then it was like, okay, yeah,
it's probably not gonna fly.
Yeah, no, they may not be able to do that for a while. We'll see.
Huh. Yeah, you got.
Are we giving up on our game, or are we? I mean, I don't care.
I mean, Jim, do you want to go next?
I mean, we could try it. Is Scout with us still? He's taking a break. I mean, I could pick a random song. I just don't know. Oh, there he is.
Let's sing it. I don't know any of these.
That's my problem. I didn't do my research, my homework.
I mean, I did mine technically without sound, which is part of why maybe I failed to pull the flute out properly. That'll be my excuse, but I can't play both right now with my Wi-Fi.
All right, Noah, you're up.
Sorry, I was muted there. Could you hear my music?
No.
Okay. I'm trying to figure out what songs these are. You guys ever heard of the? Sorry. I'm looking.
British post-punk rock.
What is it?
Saying.
What'd you call it?
It's post-punk British. What?
Post-punk?
Yeah.
I'm looking here. Somebody else is ready. Go ahead. Scout, why don't you go again?
No way, dude. I already
We lost Jubilee.
I feel like I get to default out from making the playlist.
Actually,
I can be ready to go. I just want Jubilee to come back.
I didn't see all these like lower on there, Scout. There's some good stuff on here. I listened to the first few songs and it was all I feel like it was all instrumental, which is fine.
The first song is Prince's Let's Go Crazy. That's not instrumental, dude.
Wait, what song? What playlist are you looking at?
The Adrenaline Party Stream.
Oh.
Are you on the wrong one, Noah?
No, Adrenaline Virtual. DJ Sound? What are you talking about?
It's in our ping on Basecamp.
So the Adrenaline Virtual, that's like the race playlist, and there's an Adrenaline Party Stream, which is a different separate playlist.
Oh.
Because yes, the Adrenaline Virtual starts with the air horn sound to get people going, since we can't count them down right now.
Very thoughtful.
I try.
Okay, so it's in a ping?
Yeah.
What happened to Jubilee?
Well, she's like, we lost her video feed for some reason. Oh, oh my gosh.
Can you guys see me?
Yeah.
Yep.
That's great.
Oh my goodness.
Are you a stick figure?
Is this the glow up portion?
Oh my God.
It's time for the glow party. I'm your.
Do you have some music you can play? Or do you want me to play some?
I mean, go ahead and play some. This is
Okay. Here we go.
Here you go.
Can you hear it?
Yeah. Oh, it's really nice. Way to go, Prince. This is it. This is the extent of my dance.
More than we brought to the table. Thank you.
All right, great job, guys.
Good one. That was amazing.
Jamil, it's your turn.
Okay, ready? I'm gonna mute myself. Are you guys ready to guess?
Yes.
I just have to find it again. Okay. I'm muting, starting.
Can I guess too? You know what? We're just gonna do this.
How long do we go before we tell him that we can't hear his music?
Wow. Okay. Huh? It's something spicy.
Am I supposed to hear his music?
You're supposed to guess, Noah.
No, you're not supposed to be able to hear his music. You're supposed to guess what he's dancing to.
I'm trying to find that playlist.
Someone's running.
How about
Anything? Jubilee, you were going down the right road, I think, there.
It's something spicy.
Yep.
And come on.
What's happening?
You're guessing. Everyone gets a guess.
For who?
Everyone guess for me. What? Did
Oh.
anyone try? No. Okay.
Well, something spicy. Wasn't that the name of the song?
Oh, that was the name that you guessed?
No, it's.
I guessed. Canned
heat.
No. Canned Heat? What?
Yeah.
That's a great song.
That is a great song.
Yeah, it's the Napoleon Dynamite song.
That wasn't it.
Was it Boss Bitch?
Nope.
Darn it.
Did you give up?
Break it to us.
How about Wide Awake?
It's this one. Rhythm is gonna get you.
The Miami Sound Machine.
Yeah.
Did the rhythm get
Gloria Estefan.
That's it.
My family's looking at me very strangely.
All right, Noah, no more stalling. You're out of excuses, dude.
I can't get that playlist, but I do have the Adrenaline Virtual or Insomniac by somebody. Aravipa.
Okay, so you're going off of 6 hours of music. We can do it.
Or the other playlist.
Dude, literally, if you go on Spotify.
You cut out.
Hello? We're doing
You on Spotify what?
Type in Adrenaline Party Stream.
I did. Nothing came up.
Type in Aravipa Running. Or if you have the other one pulled up, you should be able to click on Aravipa Running, and then you'll find Adrenaline Party Stream on there.
Yep. Good call. Yeah, I don't like any of these songs.
You guys know what time it is. I don't know. Oh, I need.
Noah's muted. He's getting ready to dance here. He's gonna do something.
See it.
This is great. This is great. No awkward silence going on at all.
I mean, I'm a stick, so that's all you're gonna get from me.
At least they're still on course. They're doing great out there. Keep it up. Good job, runners. Doing great.
Yeah, here we go. This is the magic. Wait, is this it?
Jubilee,
It's a fish song.
I'm baffled by how that works.
What?
The stick figure.
The whole, like, are they glow sticks? What's happening?
Glow sticks. Yeah, it's just a glow stick. There's like 1, 2, 3, 4 on my arm. There's a nice face with some eyes. I didn't make legs. I ran out of glow sticks. I don't know where they went.
I mean, it is a pandemic. You got to ration your glow sticks.
This is what you... Ah. Who's that coming from?
I'm just playing random songs. Is Noah gonna give it a shot, or are we gonna?
No, he's just gonna stall forever.
I don't know any of these songs, so I'm trying to like hear what they sound like so I can.
Dude, go to the very bottom song on that playlist. You know that one.
Yeah, but so do we. Like
Right.
immediately.
Yeah.
And it's not going to change. Like he's going to just sit there.
there's like the Police is on there, B-52s. There's some classic hits.
I know.
you could pick from.
I was just listening to the B-52s. I saw the Police and Canned Heat and James Brown. But it's like, I don't know. Like, how do I act that out, you know?
What we should do is have you dance to one song and we'll play a different song.
There you go.
There it is.
That's kind of fun. Yeah.
Perfect.
All right. We're going to do it.
I'm on board.
Okay. You do it. You
Wait.
ready to start?
If there's anybody in the chat room who wants to also jump in and play this game, come on.
Email us. No one's emailed us, so we got nothing.
I have legs. Tiny, tiny baby legs.
Okay, is Noah ready?
Solid, Jupes. Nice work.
Okay, go Noah. Ready? Okay, he's ready.
So I'm dancing to a different song than you guys are going to play.
Yeah, I'm gonna play a different song. You dance to something you want to. Okay? Just start dancing and I'll play something. Keep yourself muted. You dance.
Yeah, but he can still hear you.
Yeah, I think he can mute us though, right?
Am I dancing?
You're dancing. Yeah, you dance.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Riley's dancing. Quinn's dancing.
Be cool like you, wobbling around in your high heel shoes, I'm clumsy. Made friends with the floor, 2 for 1, you know a bitch by 4, and 2 left feet, you know I always drop my first thing. It was about and the whole damn cake and a cherry on top. Shook up the bottom, made a good girl pop. You ain't even here to party, Ken in the club trying to pipe a Barbie. I don't wanna go with the fell back, pennies in a touch my clothes. I don't wanna roll the Wrist full of rocks and I hope I float. Big up yourself 'cause you know they don't. I choose you too 'cause they hope.
Nice. I'm gonna unmute you now. Do you have any guesses of what Noah was dancing to?
7 Below.
Fish.
The trumpet.
Fish.
What were you guys playing?
Boss, bitch.
Boss bitch.
I was playing Cross the Tracks. We Better Go Back.
Oh, nice. That's good. Solid.
That was good. Funky good times.
That's
what it
what
says?
I'm talking about.
Fun.
It's a song that's been sampled many times across many genres.
Man, if you want to talk funk, 97 Funk from Fish. I can go on to that if you guys want. Hey, Scout, Chris Warden is up camping at, was it Chevelon Canyon Lake or whatever? Weren't you there today?
Oh, nice. What's that?
That's near you.
I was at the, yeah, so that was yesterday that I was kind of at the tail end of it. I was thinking about running because it would be about, I had like a route planned that would be about 25-ish miles out and back to go to the base of Chevelon and then like actually dip down to the lake itself and then come back up. But there's just, there's too much traffic up here right now. So I'm going to probably do it Monday or Tuesday, probably Tuesday, but it's gorgeous. I mean, Chevelon Canyon, Chevelon Lake is one of those little hidden spots that it's just like, it's enough out of the way that people tend to never, ever go to up here. And it's just awesome.
Exactly what he said. He's like, the crowds are half of what he saw at Woods Canyon on the way there.
Oh yeah, easily. Cause it's just like, there's no good, like it's not directly off any highway. Like you have to go on Forest Service, like gravel roads to get there. And then even that, like there aren't tons of accessible points like to hike down to the lake itself, because most of it's just like canyon, like crazy drop off scramble. There's only a couple trails.
And does Coconino have a fire ban too? I know some of the other places do. Coconino does.
I think everything does right now. It's like crazy. The fires are already getting bad.
Yeah, and this is actually combination of Tonto and Apache Sitgreaves up here, and then Chevron's like partial Apache Sitgreaves and Coconino.
That's true. Hey, Jamil, do you have anything else? I was gonna say, do we want to talk? Sorry, I think I was talking.
Oh no.
What's up, Noah?
Oh, sorry. I think I talked over the end of Scout's thing there. He was cutting out. Do we want to mention Limitless coming up?
Yeah, I think we're going to kind of near the end of our stream here. We want to talk about a couple things. We can talk about Limitless. Maybe we can also touch on just the rest of the Insomniac series too. But yeah, Limitless kicks off on Monday, and it's a virtual climbing challenge, vertical gain challenge. So we're going to have over 1,000 people going for climbing different levels. So anywhere from 1,200 feet up to 58,000 feet in 1 week. You can use a treadmill, you can use stairs, there's some people using like box jump steps they're going to do over and over again. So yeah, you have 7 days, basically Monday through Sunday, to get as much gain as you can and get to the highest level you can. So you can still sign up for the race. Go to aeroviperrunning.com. You can find the link there, or runsteep.com. So that's our next one coming up. And then we've got 5 more of the Insomniac series events. So you can still, like we were saying earlier, you can still sign up for the whole series if you want to. You get a race for free, which is a great deal. Kind of keep you motivated all summer. Or you can just sign up as you go or pick and choose. But they're approximately every 3 to 4 weeks throughout the summer. You can do the Dawnbreaker and combine all the distances. So there's really a lot going on. And yeah, let us know what you thought of this live stream and what else you guys want to see. Yeah, you guys have something to add? Real quick in the chat room, David Hartman, he's night runner number 229, checking in at mile 5. It's dark, the creatures are out, and he's still running.
Nice.
Yeah, I think the one thing was, there's people also riding, right? Like a lot of throughout the whole series for that.
If you're a biker or you want to also do both, like do a run and a ride in the same week, we've got an extra medal you can earn, a double down medal, but you can ride for 3 hours, 6 hours, or you can do there's a Dawnbreaker for the ride, and that's a 100-mile ride. So you can do the 3 hour and then continue on and earn the Dawnbreaker buckle for the rides as well.
Yeah, the other thing I was thinking was on the vert challenge with the double Everest. Didn't you say there was like 30 something or 40 people almost signed up to do that?
I think there's like 40 people at least, that are shooting for that, which it's a lot of climbing in a week.
It's absurd, even on a treadmill,
Oh yeah, I mean, we're talking, I think if you do it out on the trails, it's going to be like 6 to 8 hours a day of just grinding.
Yeah, and that's grinding every day.
Yeah,
it'll be cool to watch. It'll be a lot of fun to see. And that like anytime Monday, right? So Monday, so as soon as this ends, right into that pretty much.
Yeah, we're basically like starting at midnight local time, wherever you're at in the world, and you've got 7 days to do it. So that's kind of when it kicks off. Yeah, as soon as this one's over, we're going right into the next one. Yep.
Yeah, I like that one because there's like a lot of chatter of like, okay, what's the best? Is it like the steepest route? So like around here, a big thing is like, is Squaw or Piesto Peak, like, is that what you want to do? Because it's, 1,000 feet in a mile, or is that almost like too steep, or it's like, it's just gonna kill your knees, and then you're gonna do that 5 times a day or whatever. So it'll be interesting to see what people choose as their, like, do you do 300 feet up and down, up and down, up and down, It'll be cool.
Yeah, for sure. Should be fun. You guys have anything else to add in before we kind of sign it off for the night?
That's it, right?
Yeah.
No more TikToks.
But yeah, in general, just thank you guys for participating. Hopefully this was a fun week for you. And I know there's people literally out there right now that are still getting their miles in, which is awesome.
Yeah,
good luck.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah. No, just congratulations to all the runners that have already completed your mileage, and keep pushing for the rest of you that are trying to knock it out. Like, it's awesome, and we're stoked for you, even though we can't be there to give you the high fives and such as you cross the finish line. Like, we're there. We're cheering for you for sure.
Agreed. It's awesome. It's fun to watch.
Yeah, and if you guys haven't received your medal and other goodies, it's in the mail. And if you just signed up, we'll be getting those out as soon as we can. So just, yeah, be patient, and should be getting those soon.
Argo Hernandez just said Arabiba Artworks. Shout out to Arabiba Artworks, is doing a great job. Those medals are really, really cool.
Sweet. Well, yeah, just thank you again, all you guys, for joining us here in the chat room, and for our RDs for joining us tonight as well. We appreciate your time, and hopefully you're staying safe and we can be back together soon, setting up for races in the heat.
Totally. Cool. Thanks, guys. Thank you, everybody.
Awesome. Good luck, everyone.
Yep. See you.
See you later.